Oi, you lot. You listen to Garage Hammer TV, episode 393. On tonight's episode, the Manlings have their friend Carlos over, and they're going to talk about ogres. All the rules. Oh, look what the ogres can do now. They're so big and they wear helmets. I love them. Shut it! I'm listening to me show. Welcome to the Garage, you tools. For the next 2 hours or thereabouts, we're going to do our best to keep you informed, entertained, and perhaps have a few laughs along the way. Bringing you blood sausage, legs Benedict, and top it off with a Bloody Mary. I'm Dave Wytack, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Chris Walker. Chris!
Yo, what's up?
Hey. So listen up, folks. We're here, me and Walker, but we also got our friend Carlos with us. Carlos, one of the...
Hi, Carlos.
If you ever hear us talk about broken ranks, we're probably talking about Carlos. This is the guy who runs the tournaments. This is the guy he is the heart and the backbone of so much of what happens with broken ranks and our gaming community. Thanks for coming on, Carlos. I know you love the ogres, and we weren't about to miss you on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really happy to be here. I think you did put it very well. Definitely the heart and backbone, but not the brains. There are much smarter people than me helping me run broken ranks, and I thank God every day that they are in that club.
Excellent.
Honestly, we have the most diverse and one of the most amazing clubs anywhere. Because we don't fit the normal pattern. A lot of times you see clubs come to a tournament, and these are just 5 or 10 guys who play together, and they come as a club. Broken Ranks is like almost 200 members. If you're in the Chicago, you don't even have to be in the Chicagoland area. If you want to be part of you're just part of it. And whenever you're here, I mean, Jake moved to Japan. He's still part of it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our great is awesome.
Yeah, what started as a Discord for just like Age of Sigmar has basically just grown into like a Midwest gaming club conglomerate that just does not stop growing. Yeah, and I would say at any given moment we probably have about 20 to 50 active people that are playing a certain game. But people always take breaks. But but like Sigmar's our biggest one. But we've got a pretty decent 40K player group as well. So
well, yeah, Walker and Ivan have been playing.
Absolutely.
But all right, so listen, before we jump into everything, we got to do all the basic elements of the show. Now, folks, if you're listening to this on audio like you always have been, we are on YouTube now, so there's definitely going to be some changes, all right? And I'm trying to look in the camera and not look at the other monitor, and I'm not good at this yet, so shut up! But
takes time.
I'm doing the same thing.
We're also going to be doing... well, commercials will be different because we're doing YouTube. We're just going to have the thing in the beginning, and then we're going to drop in full-length regular commercials on the regular audio stuff. But right now, I do want to thank everybody before we get into talking because it's going to be a whole different format. I hope you guys like the format, and definitely want to get some feedback. I hope everything's well. But let's start off here. Now, first of all, we want to thank all of our sponsors. That includes Chaos Orc Superstore. 6 Squared Studios for all your basing, MDF, 3D printing needs. The number 6 Squared Studios.ca to get to them. And, of course, Grognard Games, the home of broken ranks in Algonquin, Batavia, and Roselle, Illinois. There's always something happening at Grognard's.
Remember Discord deafens us a little bit on those dings. So.
Oh, did the dings not go through? The dings should go through. The bell.
No, remember, Discord will mute loud noises.
Yeah, it did mute it a little bit, but it's okay. We got it. Ding, 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 ding.
So annoyed.
It's a setting we can actually adjust that.
Yeah,
setting.
I'll have to figure something out. We have a new affiliate.
Yeah.
We have a new affiliate.
A new sponsor.
elementgames.co.uk. They have an affiliate. We will have links to Element Games. I know people do order here in America, but I know most of their stores are based in England and Europe, or the UK and Europe. Listen, folks, if you want to help out the show and you love the show, and Element Games is a place that you shop at with all of their great discounts and all their great stuff, and they got a nice website, easy to peruse. Check it out. Follow the link in the show notes here or in the description on the YouTube thing. And if you can follow that link, then that lets them know that you're coming to them through the show, and it just helps out the show. Really, it really does help out the show. And this is something totally new. We'll have all the links up and stuff like that. But a new affiliate from Europe. We are international. Now, we've always
Look at
been
that,
international,
baby.
but now we have our sponsors are international. We're
Nice.
worldwide, baby. Like,
Mr. Worldwide.
yeah.
Right.
All right. Also, I want to thank our Patreon patrons. That includes our executive producers, Kyle Leaf and Ricky Sean, our associate producer, Big Jake. I don't think we got another patron in since I last checked, but I want to thank every last one of the Patreon patrons. Seriously, we're on YouTube because of you guys. You guys got us the computer, and you guys got us the programs, and you guys got everything that we ordered up and we have going now. This is because of you. You guys are the best, and we love you. We really do. Just, being honest here. Not trying to be creepy.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Also, before we get going, we've got voicemail. We've got our voicemail, and now you guys are going to see how I listen to voicemail, and you guys are going to mock me mercilessly because I'm a putz. However, this is what we got going on right now is we do have one voicemail, and it's an international call. I could tell by the numbers.
Yeah, that person dialed 061 first.
Yeah, you could dial 1757GH show 6, but most international callers dial 00 and then 1757GH show 6. It's awesome. It's fantastic. I'm so excited. Guess what?
Sure.
It didn't work
Yeah.
first time out. So we don't have voicemail today, although that was Murph calling, and I will find out what that call was. And if you just saw a heavy jump right here, everything got messed up. But here we go. Let's jump into it. You know what? This is about the time we would take our first break, but we're not doing breaks because we're on YouTube right now. So we're going to keep running with the show. We are here to talk ogres. Ogor Mawtribes. The new rules are out. They have been leaked everywhere. And Chris, I know I don't have the points in front of me. I know they sent them to us, and you might have them.
Oh, yeah, I can dig them up.
They are on Warhammer Community. They are.
Oh, they're up on Warcom. Okay, cool. So then we can just open them there. Great.
I can get them. I'll get them.
All right. And so then, if that's the case, okay, Carlos, you're the resident ogre player. Big rules changes going on here.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I will stress that my big speciality is Beastclaw Raiders, even though I do love the entire faction as a whole. But that has been my bread and butter for the last 3 years is Beastclaw Raider. I love it. I love big monsters. I love big monster smashing. And I've been having a lot of success with it. So
nice. So you've been playing it for a while, and just first, can I get some first impressions from you?
I think the bones of the book are fantastic. I love the battle trait. I love the theme the book is starting to take with sort of they're not abandoning the Everwinter, but I can tell that right now the Everwinter has taken a backseat to sort of this like very cultist worshippers of the Maw type vibe, and they're leaning more heavily into that, which I don't have a problem with. I think the aesthetic still is pleasing. I still think that if you like big ogre dad bod, you're gonna still love the book. I think you're still gonna love the aesthetic. There's nothing wrong with it. I think if you were in love with Beastclaw Raiders the way I was, you might be a little disappointed, but it's the nature of tabletop gaming. Armies change. New units come out, and the game evolves, the army evolves. So I'm not trying to get hung up on the negative of that. I'm really enjoying. I'm really enjoying what the book has to offer. My quick TLDR is I think the rules are great, the war scrolls are great, but I think the book is currently probably 70% of the book is probably about 20% overcosted.
Interesting.
I think once they fix the points, I think it's going to be very competitive, but right now it's very fun. And a lot of what I'm going to talk about, a lot of what I say sometimes comes from a very competitive, like, hey, what's the meta type thing. And so that's what I mean when I say that. Like, it's going to be very difficult to, from a meta standpoint, go to a big GT and 5-0 with them. But I promise you that it's impossible to not have fun with this army right now. It's still fun, and you're still gonna have a great time.
I'm just glad they kept. I'm glad they kept the monsters, the Stonehorn and the Thunder Tusk, and I was really worried they were going to legend those things.
I do think it's on the way.
Mm.
That's my hot take. I think this was the first set of refreshes, and I think that when fifth edition does come out, and the ogres get a fifth edition book, I think the Everwinter will probably come back in a big way, and there's going to be a Beast Claw refresh. And
Interesting.
the reason I think that is because um, it doesn't feel like they really put a lot of effort into the Beast Claw monsters
Yeah.
in this particular book. It almost seems like they kind of made the rules and points in a sense where like they kind of want to deter people from playing the
Yeah.
Beast Claw monsters.
They sort of, I don't know, what do you want to say? They retconned Mornfang, right? They just turned them into
Yep,
something else,
yep,
and the Yeeties are just gone, right?
gone. Yeah, and then a lot of the Beast Claw stuff did
Yeah.
go to Legends. So,
Yeah. Then they
but
changed that. They changed like the saber tusks to some other thing, right? Just
yeah,
literally the same little creatures, just called them something else. Just
yeah,
okay.
but the reason I don't think they're going to just get rid of Beast Claw, and the thing that makes me confident that they're not going to just abandon the Everwinter theme side of it, is because they updated the saber tusks, right? So we did get new saber tusks. We got
Yep.
a new unit, the hunters with saber tusks. The tyrant has an alternative version of it where it looks more. Where it's got like the frost pelt on
Mm-hmm.
him. He looks more like a hunter. So and the blood pelt hunter is a really good unit in this game
Yeah.
too. So
Yep.
that's why I don't. That's why I'm confident. I'm like, okay, fine. They're saying, hey, everyone's taking a back seat right now. All
Yeah.
hail the mall. Buy our new products. Here's the mall. I'm like,
Right.
okay, fine. I can deal with that for now because
Sure.
the book is great.
Cool.
So now we did get from, and I'm looking on the Warcom community, Warcom, and it looks like everything's there. But now we did get some stuff from GW, which we were able to see, and it does say who's going to Legends and stuff like that.
It
Correct.
does.
So yeah, and it's a
So, yeah,
lot.
Yeah, the Warcom article has everything that's going to Legends on here.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a little
quite a
sad.
bit.
It's a little sad, but it wasn't really unexpected, you know. Like
Yeah.
they were changing, like you guys were saying. I I never minded the whole running with the Everwinter right behind you thing, but that was an old world type thing. And so when they came here, why the Everwinter would still be chasing them didn't quite make sense to me. I'm not bagging on it, but I like this shift. I got to be honest. I like that they're focusing on the Great Maw and that hunger and that stuff because they really took them away from that first. I still remember the 6th edition rule book where they had the lead belchers and they would have a quote from each little unit there, and all it said was there was a big sign that said boom, and then it said her, and it's like
Right.
ogres are big and dumb and violent, and that's all they are. And I like that they're moving away from that. I like that they're making they're I don't want to call them brutal and cunning because somebody already has that title, but they're in that sort of vein, you know. And they're there was always a weird dichotomy, like they're so big and brutish and dumb, but some of them you can hire out and they know the value of money and they're out there working as pay working, you know, man eaters out there working for pay. And it was a weird, didn't quite work. Like the two things didn't quite jive together, and I really liked. Now we're not covering the lore in this episode. We don't have it.
Yeah.
We will be getting it soon, and then I will be doing one of my typical deep dives, just picking apart all the lore. But right now we're just doing war. But the rules really do. I feel like they're reflecting that shift in the story, and I'm really enjoying it. Personally.
Yeah, it's cool.
Shall we dive into it? I mean, I don't think we need to do a
yeah,
toolbox or
yeah.
anything like this. This is going to be a while as it is. We'll get back to normal stuff later. Oh, I'm so excited about the toolbox. Can I just point out now that we can do this? We can,
Oh yeah.
like, hey, when we talk about stuff, you can be like, look, I did this thing. Oh,
This
look,
guy
I did a
painted
thing.
This dude.
Yeah, look, I painted a guy. Look, I
Painted a guy.
got my throwing troll with his sign that says Roselle on it for Blood Bowl.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah. See, I'm so excited about this. But I'll shut up, Chris. I need
Yes, sir.
you to start sharing your screen and let's see them ogre rules.
Sure. you go.
Stream is a coming. Stream is a coming.
Yep.
There it is. All
you
right,
go.
so here's how we'll handle this. Chris, you've got them up on the screen. You can scroll up through them as we need it, but we're going to start with the different battle traits. Also, by the way, total sidetrack. Hey, listen, folks, those of you who are Patreon patrons, please check. I sent out a couple of surveys because we are going to be doing things differently now that we're doing this for audio and for YouTube, so things are necessarily going to change, and I'm looking for what people like, all right? And what I'm getting a feedback is everybody said more lore, so this episode's going to suck. But
Not our fault.
But shall we jump in it? All right, here's what we're going to do. I am the least talented when it comes to knowing if this stuff's good or not. I'll read the rules. You two tell us the stuff, okay? How's that sound? Work.
Sounds good.
Sure.
All right, so they have their big battle trait is they have two battle traits. The big one is eat 'em alive. Oh, first of all, before we even jump into this, I know y'all watched the GW preview, right?
Sure.
How
Oh,
good?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
How good was that? First we're gonna beat them, then we're gonna eat them. I was like, oh my, I'm in.
I love it.
By the way, I've already ordered the box set because I already ordered the box set. And
I ordered 2.
did you? I'm so excited.
How many box sets did you order, David?
I just ordered the one because listen, I
Oh.
wasn't going to order it. I'm busy painting Sylvaneth and other things. However, we did have the old ogre army, and I knew it was going, and my daughter wasn't playing it, and she was never using it, and so I brought it to the Bazaar, and I did not get a ton for it because a lot of people knew new stuff was coming, it was going, but she found out like 2 weeks ago, like came down and heard us talking about the new stuff, and it was like, whoa, the old stuff, you haven't touched this in 5 years. So she's like, oh, really? So I'm getting her a new army, at least the starter box. Once she gets a couple of Spearhead games in, if she wants to play more, we're going to expand. But I promised her I would get it back for her. I needed room. Nobody was playing with
I know,
them.
I hear you.
But now, I mean, the models are so good, by the way. But here, I'm sorry, we're going to go back to this. So first we're going to beat them, then eat them alive. For ogres, there's no real distinction between fighting and feasting. Okay, so pick a friendly ogre unit that used a fight ability that targeted a unit excluding faction terrain. So not on faction terrain. Pick an enemy unit in combat with it to be the target. The same enemy unit cannot be picked to be the target of this ability more than once per turn. So multi-charge, you can still only do this to them once. However, you can do it if you have 5 ogre units that charge 5 separate units. You can do this 5 times, right?
Yeah,
Sure
absolutely.
Absolutely.
I remember it's end of any turn, so
Which means end of every turn.
10 times per game, theoretically.
Yep. All right, so what is the effect?
Which is
First,
great.
D3 mortals on the target, okay? Then pick one of the following effects to apply to that ogre unit for the rest of the battle. If any of these already apply to it, you can pick a different effect. So if you charge a couple of times, you can have 2 or 3 of these, can't you?
Sure.
I mean,
Well, no, they don't stack.
oh,
It specifically says if any of these effects already apply, you can pick a different effect.
to
the
replace.
current.
Okay, to replace it.
Yeah,
So they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
stack.
Right,
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, right.
All right, but every time you charge, see this. Okay, so you can either -1 rend against you, -1 from ward rolls that you make with non-companion weapons,
Yep.
+2 to your control characteristic. Which, by the way, at the bottom of the screen it says no. Oh wait, it's the control characteristic, not their control score. So what's the control score
What's the
on a regular
difference?
ogre is 2, right? Or is it 1?
I believe it's 2 for most of the infantry. Yes.
So most of the infantry. So their control characteristic would go to 4,
Yeah.
Yep. Per
which is
model.
great when you have small units and you want to hold an objective. Or you have crit 2 hits, and if you already do, you get crit mortals. Oh, I love that one. You can run and charge, or -1 from the power level of enemy units while they are in combat with that unit to a minimum of 0. I'm assuming they mean for wizards and priests. Right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Subtract 1 from the power level enemy. This is just like, as long as the thing is, if you don't get the charge off, Oh no, you just had to use a fight ability.
Right, just a fight ability.
Correct. And this does trigger off of fighting manifestations. It just does not trigger off of fighting faction terrain.
So
Right,
my
this
first,
is a pretty bonkers ability, honestly. This
but
is nuts.
so the first time I fight, I won't have these abilities because
Correct.
it's the end of a turn where I fought. So my first fight will be just whatever. But at the end of that turn, I pick this and I keep it for the rest of the game until I decide to change it, which is just the only thing is you kind of have to predict what you're going to need next time you fight, right?
Correct. Yeah. I think this is a fantastic battle trait. I love the flexibility, and yes, you also, but as you said, at the same token, you also can't go too ogre brain on it. You can't just go straight unga boonga. It's like, no, you gotta use it, and then you gotta go, okay, what am I going to need? Because I may not be in the position of a double turn, right? Or I may be in a position where now I have to play defensively. So do I go for the rend, or did I keep myself safe, and do I go for the extra crits, or maybe run in charge? So I love it. And the game is saying, here's a reward for doing exactly what ogres want to do: fight.
It seems really cool to me. All right, shall we jump to the next one? Once per turn per army in any charge phase. This one, I was confused about it when I first read it. It's wordy for what it is.
Yeah, it is very wordy.
The bull charge. The bulk and surprising speed of ogres can see them trample right over enemies. And this was basically impact hits was the rule we had before. If I charge, I get to smash into you. You get hurt just because I ran over you. So if you charge this turn and have not used a rampage ability, then pick an enemy unit in combat. So this is any charge phase. So I charge, the charge is over. Now, that unit I picked must move the target up to 3 inches. It can choose to move 0, but it still counts as moving. There is no immovable object when the ogres crash into it. Even if you move 0, you moved. So move up to 3 inches. It can move through combat ranges of your unit and can end the move in combat. So you may not want to move and get backed up into another combat, or you may want to move and try to get out of the way. After you move your 3 inches, so after the ogre's charged, then you move 3 inches. Then after it's done, so roll a dice for each model in the unit using this ability that is within 3 inches of the target. So when you move, if you don't move your full 3 inches out of the way, then you're going to be in target range. So it's conceivable the unit could back up 3 inches and have nobody in range for this extra mortals, correct?
100%.
However, maybe you don't want to move, and you're just going to stand there and take it. Because basically, every one of your ogres that's within 3 inches of them, you roll 3 up, you do a mortal.
Correct.
And it's on a 2 up if you're gut busters, which is a lot of your infantry, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then the unit using this ability can make so I hit you. You back up because you don't want to take the impact hits. Maybe one guy is still in range. I'd roll it. One guy does a mortal. And then I automatically just pile in.
Correct.
And that's all in the charge phase. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this can make if the target's ability is in combat with the unit using this ability, then the target's ability must be picked as the target of the pile-in move. Okay. So you have to pile into the unit you just picked. That makes sense. Now, that's during the charge phase. You pile in. Here's my question.
Yeah.
When we actually get to the combat phase, and you pick this unit, can they still pile in?
Absolutely.
Sure.
So it's an extra... They're just going to shove the army back.
Yeah.
Well, this is meant for I think the idea of this is when people go onto an objective and they just kind of creep onto it just so that they can hold it.
Oh yeah. You're towing it.
Charge into it, and then they can choose to shove off, which you're fine with because now you don't have to get them off the objective; they're already off of it.
Yep. This ability, I've done about 4 practice games so far
Nice.
with the new ogres. This ability absolutely shines on objectives.
Yeah.
Anywhere else, and I don't mean to sound dramatic, anywhere else it's kind of a nothing burger. Like your opponent just moves. Like
Right.
there's been almost no situation where not on an objective that my opponent just didn't go, yeah, I'm just gonna back up. In fact, I find myself more often than not just going, yeah, I'm not gonna do this. I just won't trigger it.
Is
Because then they can move in it. They can move in a position where now when I have to pile in, I might be forced to pull something else into combat that I
Mhm.
didn't want to be into combat with, or I might be putting them in range of one of their auras that they accidentally stood out of, but now they're
Sure.
going to put themselves back in it. But again, that's only outside of objectives, which the way to play the game is stand on circles and score points. So when you're on an objective, this shines and it feels great.
That's
Yeah.
pretty interesting, actually. I just keep picturing it like you've got one guy up on the side. If you get a decent sized chart, so I'm going to pile. I'm not going to come straight. I'm going to come over to the side here a bit. So if you want to move away, now you're going to have to move this way. Like I was
Yeah.
feeling like you could, if you played it well, use it to try to funnel your opponent where you want them to go. I mean, it's difficult because it's not rank and flank, but it seems like
Right.
But I get what you're saying 100%. It shines on objectives.
Yeah, I can see this also being useful for that battle tactic where you're trying to do a wound in every phase.
Oh, right.
Right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, because then you can do the extra wounds in the charge phase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice. All right, so there's 2 more battle traits. We got the next page. Okay, what do we got here? Once per battle. In the deployment phase, Jaws of the Beast. Beast Claw Ogres are inevitably skilled hunters and trackers. Pick a hero that's leading a regiment, hasn't been deployed, then pick a non-hero unit in the regiment and set them up in reserve to be tracking.
Right. Or they gotta be Beast Claw.
Yeah.
Correct.
Which should be no problem for you, right? Have you been using this, Carlos?
I have. Yeah, I've been using it with the Blood Pelt Hunter, because I've been testing out the new hunters.
Oh, okay. Because this sounds like something really because those guys are big and they can move, and just putting them off on the side there, and then in your movement phase, pick a friendly hero that's tracking the prey, which was what we just talked about. Set them up wholly within 9 inches of the battlefield edge and more than 9 inches from enemy units. Then set up the other friendly unit wholly within 9 inches battlefield edge, wholly within 9 inches of the hero, and more than 9 from enemy units. So you could be on the backside of the board.
Yeah. It's been fun. I've been using it, like I said, with the Blood Pelt Hunter and a set of reinforced hunters in testing, and each time it was pretty impactful being able to just bring them, having ogres surprise deep strike from the surprise ambush from the side of the board.
Not
So
something they used to be able to do.
Right?
Right? I mean, they could sort of do it with, I guess, a hunter could do this, couldn't he, in the old book?
correct. A hunter by himself, a Blood Pelt Hunter by himself could do this.
Him and his two little beasts, right? Didn't he have
yes.
2 little beasts with him? The dogs or the
No, but you could bring his ability was that you could bring frost sabers with you when you did that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But could you not? Beast Claw heroes, can't you have them on big ass monsters?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't tested them yet, but I'm actually next week. I actually have a couple big monster lists that I'm gonna test them out. I'm gonna see how they work. It'll be fun to be able to surprise Stonehorn from the side of the board.
Yeah.
That sounds insane. Like,
Yeah.
you moved up a bit. You totally forgot to keep that back corner covered. Beast Claw in the backfield. Ogres are my bugbear. I don't know if you know this, Carlos, but I have like a 10% win rate against them. If you ever want to club a baby seal, bring ogres next time we play, because I just can't be. I just always lose to them. I don't know what it is. All right, let's talk about battle formation. First of all, traits are quality. Let's talk battle formations. All right, we got 4 of them as always. We got the Hunger-Filled Tribe. That's the first one. Okay. The Hunger-Filled Tribe, their ability is a once per turn per army end of every turn. Feast of Bloodshed. Monstrous by nature, ogres are never more energized than when tearing meat and guzzling down gore. Yes. Yeah, that's the other thing. The horror movie lover in me just loves this army. They're like zombies, but better. Like,
Sure.
I'm good. Listen, I'm only coming there to kill you because I'm hungry. Like, otherwise I would take a nap. But I'm gonna eat you. Like that end of Backrooms. Okay. Feast of Bloodshed. For each enemy unit that was destroyed this turn, pick a friendly ogre unit that's not in combat and has not used the power through command this turn. Each target can move up to 3 inches. It can move through combat ranges and end that move in combat. So if you kill 2 units, 2 of your ogre units just get to move 3 inches and could move into combat range. Is this... It sounds pretty good, but...
I haven't tried this one yet.
Yeah.
It's on my list. It's on my list for next week. I'll be honest. At first, I wasn't impressed by it, and then I watched a battle report with somebody using this one, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't been thinking hard enough." And so I think it's stronger than I think, and I just need more practice with it. But being able to pull someone else into combat is great, because currently there's only like 3 or 4 things in the game that could actually do that sort of thing.
I have a question.
Why do they have to put the power through caveat in there? Because you couldn't power through unless you were in combat with something.
Because then the problem I think for them would be, say you fought with your big monster, right?
Yeah.
And then that monster now powers through, gets to move 10 inches, and then triggers Feast of Bloodshed, and so that means they don't want your monster to go power through, move 10 inches, and then walk 3 inches and pull something else into combat. That's way too strong.
Makes sense.
That's my theory.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Let me ask you something, Carlos. I know you said you've been practicing and you've got all the... Do you go through and try all of these things out? Like, will you go through and try out all 4 of these different battle formations on different lists and really see how they work? Like, I mean, I know you play a lot. I don't play enough to actually do all that stuff. I'm curious if that's what you do.
For certain armies, yes. Especially one as drastically changed as ogres. Like, nothing's off the table right now. Like that's why, even with the changes to Beastclaw Raiders, I am trying to stay 100% positive, because if I haven't tested it, I'm not going to talk smack about it. And given that this is one of my favorite armies, like top 3 armies in the game, I'm committed to seeing what works, what doesn't work. Sometimes when a new book comes out, it's not that different from the old one. It's just an update, and I can go, okay, I don't have to play test everything, because it's pretty obvious what's good and what's not. But with ogres, I don't know. I won't know until I know.
You mentioned top 3. I'm curious. You said
Oh, sure.
What are your top 3?
Yeah, so in I'm gonna say in no particular order, my favorite 3 armies will probably now and forever always be Seraphon. Seraphon is actually what got me into Age of Sigmar, kind of, because Total War Warhammer came out, and I started playing that, and then the Lizard Men came out, and I was like, this looks fun.
Oh, nice.
What are Lizard Men?
Dinosaurs.
I was like, what are Lizard Men? And I played through all the Lizard Men campaigns, and I was like, oh, this is a great army. So then I bought a bunch of box sets for them, and started playing Age of Sigmar. Nurgle, because Nurgle, okay. I actually come from 40K, and so the first army I ever got into was Death Guard, and so when I did start getting more into Sigmar, Nurgle was another army that I also started collecting right away, because I already had a bunch of the demons from the 40K stuff.
Right.
So I was like, oh well, all I got to do is buy more stuff, and I've got a full army. And then ogres, ogres for sure. Yeah.
I just was curious.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Vanguard of the Mawpath. Once per turn per army, any charge phase. So every charge phase. Smash and grab. These rampaging ogre raiders crash through the enemy lines without stopping, always seeking more to eat and loot. Pick each friendly unit that has charged this turn, for which the so you got to have a charge roll of 8 or more. But if your unmodified charge is 8 or better, then each target can move 3 inches. It can move through combat ranges of enemy units, but it must end the move in combat with the units it was in combat with at the start of the move. So this is if your charge is 8 plus, it's actually one of if there's more than one 8+ charge, but you get an extra 3-inch move.
I think you actually move 3 inches and then move your charge, right? Is that how that spelled that out?
No, because it says pick each one that
Right.
charged this turn. So the charge has to be done
Oh, charged. Okay.
this turn.
Yeah,
So
okay.
after
I
you
got it.
charge, and it was 8, then you get
Okay, got it.
almost like a free pile-in again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of words.
Whoa,
it's
whoa,
a lot
whoa.
of words.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go.
Oh, I was gonna say it's a lot of words to just simply say, hey, if you rolled an 8+ on your charge, you can move an extra 3 inches when you pile in.
Yeah.
So I finish my charge.
Yeah.
I move an extra 3 inches.
Yep.
And then that guy has to move 3 inches away, and I move another 3 inches into him.
Right. So you could tag somebody else.
But I'm
theoretically.
saying you get an 8-inch charge, and then you
Yeah.
get a 3-inch extra pile-in, so you're moving all around, getting extra. Now you're like, okay, move your 3 inches away, and I'm going to follow up to that. This army can be stupid fast.
Yeah. It'd be hard
It
to screen these guys out.
Yeah. It has to make. They have to make charges, but yes, it's very possible.
I mean, you got to roll the 8+. A lot of this, I mean, there's caveats on all of this, but still.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you got next?
All right, cool.
Hinterland Hunters. Hunting up their hinterlands. Here we go. This is a passive. I personally love the passives.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who likes something that's just always on. Prowling predators. Ogres are surprisingly skillful trackers. They surround their prey, carefully avoiding retribution before striking with terrible savagery. Subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks that target friendly Ogor Mawtribes units wholly within 9 inches of the battlefield edge that have not charged this turn.
Meh.
I mean, if you're bringing your guy in from the side, then
He ain't gonna be there long.
but it's going to be -1 to. I mean, the turn that I moved there.
Yeah.
You know, I come on. Yeah, I'm not going to be there long. But what if I fail my charge and I don't move?
That's
I mean,
true.
I suppose. But the only other thing I could think of is if you're hurt, you run for the edge.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I will say, right off the cuff, this was my favorite battle formation.
Interesting.
And that's simply because of my play style. I will say, I'm not
Okay.
saying that this is the meta choice. I'm saying I love defensive buffs. You know, it's actually kind of the way I play most armies. The more defense I can stack on, the better. I'm actually not a very offensive player when it comes to how I pilot my armies. You'd be surprised how much you can interact with a lot of battle plans by simply staying 9 inches in the edge. And so when I saw that battle formation and I started looking at the maps, I said, you know what? You could play the game a lot on board edges.
Interesting.
Yeah, you
not
got
all
to
of them.
get to the corners, get to the sides. I mean, there's a bunch of those types of things. Get into the thing that's not in your area. So yeah, you could just be running all over the edges of the board.
Because a lot of the objectives exist at the 11-inch mark, and so there's about 2 inches that you can sit on the objective, be within 9, you know, and be at -1 to hit and still play the game. It's not viable on certain maps, but more than you'd be shocked how many you can actually look and go, oh, you know what, Prowling Predators is not bad. But we'll see.
I think I prefer the next one just for it is kind of a defensive buff, which I think I prefer.
All right, well, let's get to the next one then. All right, Maw Cult Fanatics. Once per turn per army, end of any turn. Grubs up, mateys. That almost sounds, well, that sounds pirate ogre-y, but it almost sounds
piratey.
orcish. Guts roiling with a divine hunger, these fanatical ogres relish gulping down revitalizing blood and offal. I love offal. That word is not used enough. I use it to insult people when I get mad. You pile of stinking awful. Ugh, that's great. If you don't know what it is, look it up.
It's used a lot in Warhammer literature, for sure.
Yeah, I think
I use it a
the
lot.
first time I heard it, the first time I remember hearing it was when I read. I think it was when I read Interview with a Vampire back in the 80s, and so he called the guy stinking awful, and I was like,
piece of
and I was like, and I even heard it in the movie, and at first I thought he just was saying awful, and but he wasn't. He was saying awful, which is just like the dregs of the guts and the yucky parts.
Right. That and scrofulous. That's another popular one. You know.
All right. So, okay. Sorry, English teacher. Sorry, didn't mean to go off track on really good use of vocabulary. Okay.
I love it.
Pick each friendly unit that has been picked to be a target of Eat 'em Alive. Heal D3 for each target.
Love it.
So that was from everybody who fought and did something now gets to heal D3. That sounds so. This to me seemed like the auto move go to, only because you're going to be fighting freaking every turn. The only problem is it's once per turn per army. Oh no, but it's still pick each Mawtribe. So it's
each unit. Yeah.
So at the end of the turn, it's why would they say once per turn per army when they all then say pick every unit? That seems weird because
it does seem weird.
Okay, but yeah, no, that's
10 times a game potentially.
Yeah, it's solid. No notes. I don't think it's. I don't think it's super strong. I don't think it's weak either. It's solid.
Yeah, I mean, I wish like Flesh Eater courts had that rule. That would be. Why don't they have that? That's what they should have.
Flesh Eater courts you would think should have some of that.
You'd think.
But you know what? GW does that a lot. They do it with certain armies. There's certain armies it seems like they don't like, and then they'll take a power away from it and then give it to everybody else. They did it to the Eldar. I hear about it all the time. They took away the Eldar's great disembark, re-embark, uppy downy thing that they could do that was so cool, and then they gave it to like 3 other armies. They're like, it's too powerful for Eldar. Everyone else can have it.
Yeah, really. Like these Space Marines, these Orcs, and these other guys can have it. But sorry, Eldar.
You know who got that treatment in 4th edition Sigmar?
Oh.
Was Stonehorns. So Stonehorns were the only unit in the game in 3rd edition that when they charged, they could move. It was actually 3d6. Right. They can move an extra 3d6 and bring something else. And then when 4th edition came out, Stonehorns lost that ability. And I can't even keep track now of how many people now have that ability.
So that's the famous Tokyo Drift, Dave.
The famous Tokyo Drift.
That's the Tokyo Drift.
Yep.
Yeah. And every time a new book comes out, I'm like, oh, I guess everyone's just getting Tokyo Drifts now.
It's unbelievable. All right. So let's see. Heroic traits. Let's get on these. All right. By the way, in between some of these, when there are pauses, I'm gonna have to remember to put all the commercials in on the audio only for the podcast. I'm like, look, I'm trying to take an idea of where we're at in the show, so I could just take some notes, so I could be like, okay, put in a break here, so that people can at least go to the bathroom. All right, heroic traits. Traits of endless hunger. And that's, once again, I do like, by the way, a lot of this stuff. It does seem, this is going with all of everything that we've been hearing about in the lore, everything that we've been getting. This is just going with it really well. And this endless hunger comes up. So, 3 heroic traits, 2 passives, always good. First one, leave not a morsel. If it's eaten, so says this ogre, it stays eaten. When they're within 6 inches invisible to this unit, enemy units cannot be healed or have slain models returned to them.
Woof. That's
woof
great.
Woof indeed.
That's such
sorry, Thralls. Sorry, Thrall spam.
First of all, what a great name, and what a bizarre image that is doing for me right here. What a bizarre image I'm getting from this. If it's eaten, it reminds me when Grom the Paunch ate a troll and it kept growing inside him, the bits.
Yeah. And that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah. I'm an old man.
I mean, think of the size of. I mean, you put that on a stone horn or like that huge base with that 6 inches of. I mean, it's a huge area.
It's big. It's a big aura.
No. You're not healed. You don't heal that. We ate that. You're not getting up from that because you're not there anymore. The next time you're gonna hit the ground is when I poop. I love this army.
Yeah. I mean, think of all the Sylvaneth shenanigans that just aren't gonna happen.
Death in general.
Oh. Yeah, death.
It's just like sorry guys, no healing, no recursion. Get out of here.
Yeah, you can't. You got to get away from them to heal.
I was thinking all the Thrall stuff that the Idonic Deepkin can do. It's just nope. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Next passive is dreaded far and wide. Terrifying tales cross the frontiers of the atrocities perpetrated by this ogre. Their shadow looms large, both literally and psychologically. Ignore negative modifiers to your control score, hit wounds, and wound rolls for non-companions, charge rolls, and the number of dice rolled when making charge rolls.
Yeah.
If you're playing, especially, I mean, so many debuffs, that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
pretty good.
It's not giving you any boost, but it's like you said, you're not messing with me.
Right. The only drawback I can see is you've put this on your guy. He's pretty much going to have to be soloing stuff, which is never awesome, you know?
Not necessarily, but you know when he gets in, like this is the guy you can throw at the person you're always at a -1 to this and a -1 to that. Not this guy. This is like throwing the Light of Eltharion. This is the Ogre Light of Eltharion. That's what this is.
No, I don't know if it's quite that good.
No, but for
Yeah.
This is actually a repackaging of a 4th edition battle trait, and I love it. I think it's really good. I used to put it on my Stonehorns until they nerfed it, but it's still good.
Yeah.
it's still really, really good. I think if you're gonna play something like Frostlord on Stonehorn, or if you're gonna play one of the Glut Horns that we'll talk about later, this is definitely something to consider. You know, because nothing feels worse than your 400-point model showing up and being told, "Hey, you have -1 to hit, -1
That's
to wound."
true.
I'm
Or you can only charge 1d6. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're gonna play a big monster, I think this is definitely one to consider, because it definitely sucks to have 25% of your army just not be able to play the game effectively.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. So what else we got here? Once per turn per army in any combat phase. So every combat phase. The Crusher Guts. An ogre who has mastered Crusher Guts, an ancient and feared belly flop technique, has weedier enemies at their mercy. This guy literally just throws him. Yeah.
I love that you just read this out loud, because I did not see that before. An ancient and feared belly flop technique
That's right.
is amazing.
Isn't that what they call it? Isn't that what they call the Nurgle or the Demon Prince ability in 40k? Right, the belly flop when he charges in.
I don't know.
I assume that's where they got this from.
If this unit charged, pick an enemy unit in combat with it. Roll a die. If the roll exceeds the target's health characteristic, one model in the target unit is automatically slain, and the target cannot make pile-in moves for the rest of the turn. You really just dive into battle and crush somebody to death.
Yeah.
All right, Carlos.
It's gonna have that. It's definitely gonna have some potential for some feel bad moments. You know, if somebody tries to charge, someone. Cause a lot of times when someone's trying to take out a big priority target, like again back to like your Stonehorn, your Gluthorn, they're gonna charge a weight of attack unit at like here's 20 thralls or here's 40 plague monks. So being able to say, oh cool, because I ate one of your thralls or plague monks, now you're not gonna get all 40 of those attacks in.
Right.
Oh, because there's no pile-ins.
You can't pile in.
Can't pile in. Yeah. So it's gonna have some feel bad moments. It's something to consider. I do think the other two are going to outclass it in the meta, but Crusher Guts has its place.
I'm just thinking the shenanigans you could pull up with Crusher Guts, and then this stuff, where you can move 3 inches. Like you could just like hit a unit,
sure.
Boop, 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 teleport away. Like you can fight me with 3 people.
And I mean, honestly, if you really want to be cheeky, you could just sit there and fish for 6s and hope to take out a 5-wound hero.
You could.
I mean, if you want to waste a heroic trait on that one shot, you're going to get 1 die, maybe 2 dice at that in a game, and you got to roll a 6. Which of these? Which are the best? Which is the one Which is your go-to, Carlos, or Chris?
I think Leave Not a Morsel is currently probably the meta choice, but the other two, but Dreaded Far and Wide will see play, and if the meta evolves to a lot more infantry units on the board right now, it'll see play too. So
not being able to pile in is big.
Yeah.
And you guys remember you can use this as a counter charge too, because it's any combat phase.
Oh yeah.
What's really cool with this too is once again you have all of these things that give you extra movement. Oh, by the way, no movement.
Right.
You're not just getting all this crazy amount of mobility, but you're cutting away your opponents or forcing them to move back.
Right.
I mean, honestly, I think about a straight wall of 6 or whatever ogre, just in a line, some gluttons running forward, back up whichever way you want. Because there's got to be times when I'm not trying to do this because I'm not worried about pulling you in or anything. I'm just saying, back up. I am getting my guys into enemy territory. I am keeping your guys out of enemy territory. So I'm just charging in and slamming into you and backing you up. This is the movement on this. This just seems really cool.
Well, again, it gives you the ability to control the flow of the game, right?
Yeah.
Which is big.
All right. Should we move on to artifacts?
Let's do it.
All right. Plunder of the Mawtribes.
Look at this OG picture right here.
That was the old cover, wasn't that?
Yeah, it was. That was the 6th edition cover.
Yeah, they were all greasy and didn't look bright. It seemed a little racially insensitive at times. Like just, I honestly, I like the updates on them. Not everybody likes it. I like those helmets that look sort of like Empire or Cities of Sigmar helmets, but also looks like they were just sort of mimicking them and they sort of punched them into shape.
Sure. Yeah, that's actually a really great analogy. Yeah, they punched them into shape.
That's what it looks like. I was like, that seems so, because they say they're not builders and crafters. I mean, if they're working for Cities of Sigmar, they're giving them uniforms. Somebody's making them stuff. But the guys out there, these guys, let's put it this way. I don't think they're kidnapping Cities of Sigmar people and having them make them this stuff. I think they are just eating them. So
Probably true.
All right, so let's get into the artifacts of power. Plunder of the Mawtribes. All right. So, first one is a deployment phase thing called the trophy rack. These gruesome trophies prove that an ogre has lived up to their many boasts, encouraging their tribe mates to follow their lead. Pick one of the following trophies. For the rest of the battle, melee weapons used by other Mawtribes units have the corresponding weapon ability while they're wholly within 6 inches of and visible to this unit. So, this unit doesn't get it? Am I correct?
It does.
No, it says melee used by other friendly Ogre Mawtribes units.
Yeah. And wholly within 6 is
that's rough, right?
It's tight, right?
Rough.
Even if you're big, because
you're
you're big, like you put it on a stone horn, great, but your gluttons they're big. They're big boys.
Had to be right next to him.
Dad bod ogres, yeah.
Reinforced gluttons probably not going to get this. You're probably going to see this with Iron Guts.
Small unit Iron Guts. Okay, so either +1 anti-monster +1 rend, anti-war machine. Oh, so it's +1 rend to either monsters, war machines, or cav.
Right.
Correct.
And that's not bad. If you're going to keep,
it's not bad. No.
You could have they could be like a bodyguard unit for your tyrant, couldn't they?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Then when a tyrant run up and suddenly all of your guys got a +1 rend and you get to sit and look across the table. Oh, you have no monsters? Oh, you have a lot of cav. All right, here we go. I'm always looking for the bright side.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think so. Right now, the one I've been running the most is actually the one from the Scourge of Akshi. It's the key to the larder, and not to get too off topic, but
no, what does it do?
What that one does is in the deployment phase, you pick a infantry unit in that regiment, and that unit, as long as it's wholly within 12, so a much bigger aura, can't have its hit and wound reduced.
Oh,
that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
That's really good.
Yeah,
it's super good, and so to me that's kind of my no-brainer pick right now in the lists I'm playing. But Trophy Rack's not terrible, and when Scourge of Akshi goes away, probably have to switch to Trophy Rack, unless the next Scourge of whatever is better. So we'll see.
Scourge of Ulgu.
Right.
You can only hope.
It'll be Scourge of Battle Planet. All right, let's go.
No.
The Carvelock's Hide. Okay, we got a passive. Love me a passive. Carvelock's Hide. Carvelocks are colossal birds of prey found in the Arctic regions of Gur. They are a favored quarry of ogre hunters, for their meat can be used to barter with the Yeti clans, while their feathered hides offer protection from magic.
The what clans?
The Yeti clans.
Are they still in the book? What the
What?
heck?
Listen,
Yetis?
they
What,
exist. We don't fight with
Who?
them anymore. They're there. They just don't fight with the ogres no more.
Hmm.
This way, if we want to bring them back, we can. See?
Yeah.
See? All right,
I'm
so
just bitter because I have a bunch of them. Just
and they're cool. The Yetis were so cool. I love in the original book though. They're immune to ice magic. There is no such thing as ice magic.
yeah,
Only one army had it. That
Right.
army went away.
right. The Kislev, only
Kislev.
one model could actually use it. The
Yeah.
Ice Queen, the only person in the whole universe that could use it.
That's
And they were
hilarious.
immune to it, which was awesome.
This one unit is immune. If you play against this one unit, they have
There's
abilities.
one person in
Wow.
the whole game
Yes.
that can use ice magic.
And they're just like, not us. All right, so the hide is a 6-up ward and a 4-up ward against spells, prayers, and manifestations.
Oh.
I think that sounds pretty good. I always like me a ward, especially against the magic-y stuff.
Yeah.
And it's basic,
I
straightforward.
like that. This is the one I would probably pick.
This is one you like? All right.
Yeah.
I think you get your most bang for your buck if you're gonna run like Frostlord or
Exactly.
or Gluthorn for sure.
A
You're gonna be
This is-
taking
this is-
you're gonna be taking a ton of damage, and if you can just get rid of 6 of it for no reason, then great.
cool.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Once per battle per army, any hero phase. The Mantle of Entrails. Yes. This crown of guts, sinew, and burned flesh was woven by a vision-racked butcher over 3 restless nights. It's horrific to look upon, instilling a terror that seems to reach right into the beholder's bowels. That's what I like. A hand in my
In your
bowels.
Wonderful.
Which end did you go to get there? That's a much longer trail going through my throat, but I don't think I want anyone going the other way either. This is just
No.
gross.
Right.
All right, let's see. Pick a visible enemy unit within 12 until the start of your next turn. Each time that target uses a command, roll a dice. On a 3-up, it has no effect, and they still spent the point.
Once per battle? No.
Yeah, once per...
No, thank you.
No,
Nope.
I mean, first, even if it was once per army per turn, pick a unit. This is that thing where it's like, okay, so I'm not going to use my commands on that unit probably this turn because
Right.
I'm
And
not
then
going to waste it.
Then it doesn't even work on a 3-up.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'll assume it's going to work unless I'm playing against you, Chris, and that they're going to roll the 3-up.
Never roll this.
Yeah.
Never.
Basically, all this does is say for what this turn, just don't. And maybe I wasn't planning to use commands. I never like this rule. This pops up in
Right.
several armies, and it never. I just don't care.
Just the mere fact that Sylvaneth can just do this whenever they want just makes
Yeah.
it dumb.
This should have just been a once per turn.
Yeah,
Like, just get out of here with this thing.
hey, don't worry about
Once per
Sylvaneth.
turn.
They're okay.
Once per turn, and I guarantee you this would have been a great choice.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, okay, so check this out though. I love this picture, and it's got this nice little bit of lore here. But look at that. That new monster. I thought they were bringing the Rhinox back. I was so excited
Oh yeah.
I thought so too. That's what the rumor was.
because look at it.
His little eye. Is that his eye?
Yeah.
What's it doing there?
It's it's in the most protected place, down by the horn.
It should be up here somewhere.
It's true.
Probably. I don't know. Let's get to that spell lore.
Okay.
All right, lore of gut magic. All right, so we've got the unlimited goes off on a 6. The other 2 are a 7. Our unlimited is called Blood Feast. By the way, great Herschel Gordon Lewis movie. If you want to watch a 60s bad gore, poorly written, just insane horror film.
Sure.
The
Have
liver.
blood and feasts in it?
Oh, it has a guy who is trying to bring back some Egyptian gods by having an Egyptian feast, but he has to make it with real human parts. So he's out killing
Oh.
people and then feeding those people to the other people. It's quite good. The liver of a powerful beast is held high over the shaman's head. Gore drips and runs down their face before they take a great bite from it, filling nearby ogres with a frenzied bloodlust. Nice. Remind me to tell you the story of the time I actually bit into a raw cow heart, but that's for a story for another time.
Gross,
Ooh,
dude.
okay.
Yes. I didn't eat it. I'll throw that out. I didn't want to get worms. Declare. Pick a friendly Ogor Mawtribes wizard to cast this spell. Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Pick a friendly Mawtribes unit wholly within 12 inches, and on a 6-up until the start of your next turn, +1 to hit for combat attacks.
That's a lot of preamble for a pretty simple ability.
Yeah.
I
Do I love this? 100%.
Yes.
Do I think it should have been there unlimited? I don't know, but it's good.
mean, it just seems like a lot of these guys hit on 4s, right?
The entire army does. I can't think of anything that hits on.
Going from a 50-50 shot to a 2/3 shot seems really
Yeah.
good to me, and it seems like I'd want to give this to as many guys as possible. That's just my thought, but I didn't read the other two yet, so let's find out.
I mean, it saves you your all-out attack. It does all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, saves your command.
It's good. I think it's a great spell. Yeah, absolutely.
But all right, so but now you started. So now, which of these two would you have made the unlimited if you had your druthers?
I don't know that I would have made any of these the unlimited.
Oh, okay.
Is what I'm trying to say. Like when I think of like what the lore of gut magic would have been for something to be the unlimited spell. I don't know if +1 to hit. I think maybe I would have changed it to an aura instead of one unit.
Oh, so like the
+1 to hit
smell from the pot,
aura.
everything around there. Okay.
Yeah, because the only two wizards are the Butcher and Red, right? And so it would make sense if the two of them could cast an aura of it.
I'm near the pot. I can smell the feast.
Exactly.
See, I like that. That's pretty good.
I don't remember what the 6 original spells were from Fantasy Book. I don't remember.
I don't either. But that's a good idea. All right, so let's look at Shin Cruncher. The shaman strips the meat and splits the bone of a huge beast haunch, and as they do so, the limbs of their enemies crack and splinter at the slightest movement. Oh, so this is sort of like some weird pseudo like voodoo doll type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, so visible enemy unit within 12 until the start of your next turn. Each time the target ends a move or is set up on the battlefield, D3 mortals. The bull charge in the battle traits forces an... See, this is why if you choose to move 0, you're still taking D3. You moved, even if you move 0 on the bull charge.
Mm-hmm.
Good one?
Yeah, it's all right. I
tired of
don't
D3
think
mortals on everything?
Yeah. It's a situational one, but when it comes up, you're gonna love it, right? So it's not bad.
And then the last one is Taloflange. Taloflage, smearing their flesh with sizzling heated fat. The butcher conjures a hazy shroud that conceals a band of nearby ogres from its enemy's sight. Friendly unit within 12. They are not visible to enemy units more than 12 inches away.
This is very powerful.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It is real good. So, yeah, it has gotten red out of a couple jams. The best games.
But think about that. You could put that on your giant that big monster. They don't see that. You don't see that big. Nope. That sounds great. So overall, it's a decent spell lore, I think.
We've been seeing this a lot. We've been seeing this a lot more in these books, right? Where you just can't see stuff.
Yeah.
Which is good because terrain doesn't do that very often in this game.
Mm-hmm. No, terrain does everything else except act like terrain
stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think it's a solid spell lore.
Yeah, they got a good book. So let's scroll up here. We got another little lore bit here. Red the Maw. Look at that. Look at them teeth.
Yeah, it's not great.
Oof. Needs a dentist. All right, prayer lore. Okay, let's get our... now, how many priests we got in this army? Two.
Technically?
Yeah.
Technically 2.
Okay. All right, so Lore of the Everwinter. Okay, your unlimited prayer is on a 3. The other ones are on a 4. So freezing tailwind is your unlimited. At the priest's urging, the howling winds of the Everwinter blow with greater ferocity, biting at the ogres and speeding the horde onwards. Add 1 to run and charge rolls for the target. If it's a 6, add 2 to run and charge rolls.
It's only
Solid.
on a 6-up too.
Yeah. You could get that on a single die roll if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
But
True.
that seems, once again, with all the movement shenanigans, seems to go in line with everything in the book so far.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend it's not a bad prayer. Oh my gosh, prayer.
Prayer?
It's solid. Yeah,
It's solid?
prayer. It's solid.
Prayer.
Okay, let's see. Pulverizing hailstorm. The harsh bellowing of the priest summons a rain of fist-sized hailstones to pummel the enemy from above. This one seems. This is. Yeah, you got lore of Everwinter. Yes, so they're still keeping your Everwinter stuff alive in here.
Yep.
Pick a friendly visible enemy within 12. If the chanting roll is an 8, you can pick a second target. 3 mortals, not D3. Straight up 3 mortals for this one.
Mhm.
On a 4, you do 3 mortals. On an 8, you do 3 mortals to 2 different units. Not bad. And then
It's great. I gotta
Yeah, it's
say,
good.
pulverizing hailstorm. Here's my hot take of the night. Pulverizing hailstorm is the biggest glow up the ogres got. Because like if you look at the old pulverizing hailstorm
Yeah.
and then look at the new one, you're like, holy shit,
what was
Nikes.
how much better is it?
So the old pulverizing hailstorm
Yeah.
was, hey, pick 1 point within 18 inches, and then roll a d3, and on a 2-up, roll another d3,
Mhm.
and then do that much damage. So you had to get the prayer off, roll a 2-up, and then see if you did, and then roll for damage.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
That's
It
I'm
was-
so
it was
I'm
never-
so
it
sick
was
of the
just-
hoops to just figure
Yeah.
something else out.
It was
Yeah.
never worth doing.
Nope, never worth doing. This is amazing, considering there is a tactic that's trying to do damage in every phase of the game,
Yeah.
or you're trying to get to 3. Pulverizing hailstorm, guaranteed
Oh, that's
flat
right.
3 mortals.
3 in the
Try
hero
stop me.
phase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
try,
And
and
you
you can
can't
pick a
e-
second.
And you
Yeah.
can't even dispel it. You can't
Nope.
banish. You can't. It just happens. Burp.
Nope, it's like, hey, try and stop me.
Right.
So good. All right, and the other number 4, Fortifying Hoarfrost. As the priest growls a command to winter itself, a glittering layer of ice starts spreading over the flesh of their followers, a mystical armor capable of turning blades. So now they're just going to, what's his name from Bleach? They're going to have the ice dragon on him, which works.
Man, I'm not gonna get off topic. I'm just gonna say this sentence, and we're gonna keep moving along. I did not know you were such a Bleach super fan,
Oh,
and we're
good
gonna
lord.
we are gonna have
No, don't start the Bleach conversation.
we won't. Next time. Next time.
I just
In
went.
person.
Last season of Thousand Year
Okay.
Blood War just started. Me and the
I know.
kids went to the theater to see the first 3 episodes. We paid to see it on the big screen because it's so good. But yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, staying on topic.
Stay on topic. All right. Did you just nerd us on this show? All right.
Oh, man.
Pick a friend. Okay, Fortifying Hoarfrost. Pick a friendly unit wholly within 12 until the start of your next turn. -1 to wound rolls for attacks that target them.
Ah,
If the chanting roll is 8, -1 rend from
Good
weapons.
lord.
So -1 to wound and -1 rend on an 8.
unbelievable.
This army.
Bananas. Fortifying Hoarfrost is bananas.
Freaking goat.
Wow, that's so good. And look at that.
Anything that affects wound rolls in this game is
And we've gotten through all of the rules, and it's time to do some war scrolls.
Yeah, I'm gonna before we jump the gun, I do gotta say, here's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
This prayer lore is
it's amazing.
amazing. This is a fantastic prayer lore. It is too bad that access to your prayer lore is locked behind 300-point models.
Right.
Yes.
The only guys who can take these are the hero level dudes on the big critters.
Yep, Huskard on Stonehorn and Huskard on Thundertusk. Those are the only 2 priests we got. It is criminal. that this book did not get
12
a foot priest.
So 12 months from now, when all the legend stuff hits, second wave, foot
I'm
guys
hoping.
to do this. That's
I'm
what
hoping.
because that is crazy. Because every one of these is good.
Yeah.
And I mean, even that unlimited prayer, moving quicker is great. Although it would be nice to see one of those other. Oh, could you picture if the pulverizing hailstorm was unlimited?
That's what I was literally just going to say that.
Yeah.
That sounds like
That would be
like
dumb.
ogres with vultures diving on you shenanigans.
Uh-huh.
That sounds.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. All right, so let's get to our new character, Morga the Mighty Over Tyrant.
Yes.
She's great.
Sorry.
There she is.
No, it's a she, isn't
It's a
it?
she.
It is a she. That's
Yep.
right.
Yep. Morgan's a she.
I know there's going to be some chuds out here screaming and crying, another female leader? What do you hate, men? Shut up. These are cool. And listen, we've been complaining since 6th edition to see some ogre women. I mean, not because we're weird, but because we know they have them.
That's so funny.
You know, but
They got him in Blood Bowl.
Right. They have the Blood Bowl cheer. Like, we know they exist, and we're talking about they're trying to make more of these in the armies. Like, that's one of the things I want to see when they come out with a legit dwarf army. I'd like to see some female dwarfs too, you know? Or
Hey,
dwarf.
there was a man eater.
There was the female man eater.
But it wasn't it a male man eater with
Well, I mean,
down his shirt?
well, you couldn't. I don't know. I don't remember that. It might have
Pretty
been.
sure it was.
That was a weird one. But so
He was dressed up. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's the over tyrant of the Meat Fist, which, by the way, the Meat Fist tribe is like they're hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know the whole lore behind all of this stuff, but I think her dad was the over tyrant, and I think she took him out for the job. If what I heard was correct.
I believe she ate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So 16 health, 3 up save, 10-inch move. She's got a potential 36 damage. On the charge.
I think it's like 44. Yeah.
On the charge, 44.
Oh, yeah.
On the charge. Yeah.
Potential 44 damage. Everything she's got is 2 rend and 3 damage. She's got 12 attacks between her. Oh, and she's got the crit mortals. I mean, this is hitting on. Well, there, she hits on 3s. Good for her. Everything wounds on 2s. Everything's rend 2. This is just brutal. I mean, but she's the character, right? She should be this tough.
Correct.
I would think so.
All right, so let's.
10 control on this thing. That's nasty.
Yeah. I think her and Kragnos are the only thing in this book that hits on 3s.
Well, she should. So let's take a look at these rules here. So let's start off with. She got a couple of passives. Ogre's Ogre. More than one Eat 'em Alive can apply to this unit at the same time. However, each effect can only be applied to this unit once.
Great.
Spicy.
So how do you?
Absolutely spicy. Go on. Ask the question. Sorry.
How do you put more than one effect on her? Like, do you have to
fight with her twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
every time she fights.
So this one says you don't. Oh, so it's just you don't have to replace it. Okay.
Right.
Nope. Just keep stacking them, stacking and stacking and stacking.
It's so stupid.
And you just pick whichever one is best for you that time.
Then her other passive is if she takes a bunch of damage, she gets a couple fewer attacks. Who cares? All right.
Meh.
Once per turn per army, a light snack. Morga and her loyal mount Grutta. Morga and Grutta will happily take a bite out of enemies mid-brawl. Pick an enemy unit in combat and roll a die. If the roll exceeds target's health characteristic, one model is automatically slain. So her rampage is just... So if you're in combat with heroes, once again...
Yeah, you roll that 6.
Sure.
Just keep rolling. I mean, if you're not, you're not. But, I mean, people are going to throw things into this. So
Absolutely.
it's always nice.
Yeah. I do wish her rampage would have been something a little bit more original, because like we've seen this ability 1,000 times already. You know.
Yeah. True. In fact, we've seen it in this book.
In this, yes, right.
Yeah,
in this book.
right. Yeah.
So her special ability isn't that special when you could just hand it off to other players or other
It's
people.
like a heroic. It was one of the heroic.
I think
traits
so.
or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
So she does have something that costs a command point. The right motivation, any combat phase, which means every. A shrewd judge of character, Morga knows how to get the most from those she commands, even if the occasional threat is needed. Pick a friendly infantry unit wholly within 12. For the rest of the turn, the following applies. While the target has not had any damage points allocated to it this phase, Each time the unmodified hit roll for a combat attack that targets it is 1, do 1 mortal on the attacking unit after the fight's been resolved. So, the first time I'm attacked, I haven't had any damage allocated to me this phase, obviously. So any ones will do it. If I manage, so it's when it says not had any damage points allocated to it. So if I make any save rolls whatsoever, that is because I had damage points allocated to me, right? Or is this if I fail save rolls, I have damage points allocated? I always get confused about how this works.
Yeah.
All right, so I fail my save rolls and my ward saves. So if you hit me 5 times and I save them all, then this still applies to me if another unit attacks me, is what I'm asking. Correct?
Correct, yeah.
If I tank the first set of attacks, the second set is still bound by that. Okay. That's
Yeah, but trust me, you don't want that to happen.
Oh, okay.
Keep
If
reading.
the target
Keep reading.
Oh,
The next bullet point.
Keep reading.
if the target has had any points allocated to it this phase, add 1 to the attack characteristics of their melee weapons. So
Boom.
Fantastic.
So it's just plus. So it goes up to 5 attacks and crit mortals. Yeah, I got a better chance of doing 3 mortals to you that way than you rolling. Well, it depends on how many ones you roll against me, I suppose. But yeah.
So this works on other infantry.
Other infantry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Picks on
iron.
other infantry. Right.
Iron guts.
Iron guts, gluttons, cleavers,
Oh.
maw seekers. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So okay. So.
Yeah. So she basically she points at them and says, "Hey, you get this buff for this turn."
Right.
Nice. And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
trying to
good.
think of this lore-wise. I haven't had any damage left, so any complete misses on your part, you're toast because I'm ready for you. Once I've taken the damage and I'm a little slower, I'm just angry, so I'm just hitting you more times. I get it.
Right.
That works.
Yeah.
And then
it's like a small. I would call that like a small risk, high reward, right? Because you're gonna go, okay, I kind of want my gluttons to get slapped a little bit before,
or they're fighting against a unit of 20-somethings that are all crap, but there's something's going to get through. Might as well, right? And then you want to kill as many of those. That's good against like horde stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah.
End of any turn, which is been there, ate that. Morga's traveled across the Gurish hinterlands, and there's very little she has not dared to gorge herself on. Pick one of these effects. If enemy non-monster models were slain by this unit's combat attacks this turn, heal D3. So if she kills any models that aren't monsters, she heals. Okay. If any damage points were allocated to an enemy monster by this unit's combat attacks this turn, and that enemy monster has been destroyed, heal D3 plus 3. Oh, okay. So if you kill a non-monster, you heal D3, but monsters, you get an extra 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
And it seems like that's what she would be going after, right? I mean, that's... Now, she does have a 3-up save with no ward save, so she can take damage. What do you think, Carlos?
Points?
I'm looking at right now.
She's 430, if I recall correctly.
You got it here on this.
Morga
430.
Morga looks good on paper, right? An ogre's ogre is a great ability, being able to just keep stacking and stacking. But I think because the whole army is priced a little high.
That's too small, Chris. Just go back to the other thing.
You can't read that?
Yeah, no, you can't read that. Just go back to the other screen. Just go back to just keep the. I'd rather have the rules up, honestly.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough. I think it's a little too high, just a little bit. I think maybe 50 points cheaper, and especially once we start talking about some of the other units in the book. But yeah, I think she's great on paper. I just think she needs a little point drop, and you'll probably see her more often. But and again, that's my opinion from a meta perspective, right? I think if you want to turn Morga into a wrecking ball, and you're gonna have a good time.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to shuffle around. I'm actually using the computer, the camera on my laptop because I didn't.
Oh, nice.
Well, I wasn't able to set up my other
I
camera and get all this running. I just got this figured out. Now I'm going to have a regular camera, so it's going to be at a regular angle, so I'm not looking off into a weird angle. So I'm just kind of noticing everything.
Your angle and camera look great. I mean, that's the
Well, thank
Mac
you.
camera, right? Looks
What do
really
you, what do you, what do you guys think about Morga? I mean, she's the first named character for the ogres. Like, what are your
I
guys'
had
thoughts?
this conversation with Bianca. I said they're finally paying attention. This was one of the only armies. We talked about this. They disrespected this army. They didn't even have a named character. It's been 3 editions.
in a while.
3 editions. They didn't get anybody worth naming.
Last one we had was the Slaughtermaster character, right?
But I don't think that was even. Was that a named character in
It was. It was.
in
Sigmar?
in Age of Sigmar?
Maybe
I don't
not
think so.
Sigmar,
No.
but the last time they had a named character was that
Was
Slaughtermaster
Bragg the
character.
Gutsman?
Oh,
That
oh,
Bragg
yeah,
the
yeah,
Gutsman,
yeah,
and they had Grecius Goldtooth and those guys. But
Greasus Goldtooth, yeah.
yeah, Grecius Goldtooth, Scrag the Slaughtermaster. Then they had that other guy.
That's the guy I'm thinking.
The
Guy
other.
who hauled the cauldron around by
Right.
chains and
And then they had Bragg the Gutsman. So they had 3,
Yep.
but none of them came over to here. And it's
No.
been 10 years.
stuff.
I'm sorry, Carlos.
know.
I got all excited about that. What are your thoughts?
I don't know if I would take this character right now for that reason. It's very expensive, 3-up save. I mean, you can focus it down pretty easily in this game.
Yeah.
You'll kill something, but you'll
Absolutely.
end up just trading, basically, I think.
Yeah. I think from a non hyper meta point of view, you could have a really good time taking this to an RTT, and
Absolutely.
maybe some of the lesser competitive events, like and just have a really good time, and if played well, really see her put in a lot of work if you pick and choose your targets carefully. But
It is 20% of your army.
yeah. So
it's swinging with this 4-up to hit and
Yep.
I just I guess I'm just glad she got a named character. They got a named character. And
we need to talk about this guy.
no, we don't need to talk about Kragnos because Kragnos is dumb and his rules haven't changed. He's still dumb. And we're going to move on. I hope you don't mind, Carlos, unless you got some sort of special love for the dumbest character that has come out of Age of Sigmar. Just the worst. No, Nagash is the worst, but this is just the dumbest character. He upsets me. Actually makes me angry.
So we can talk about this real quick. What does he add to the army? What does he do? What does he do? What does he add to the army?
Let's talk about him in general then. Carlos, do you play him?
No, I don't. I know people have been running him in Iron Jaws right now, but he's just a big commitment. Like 550?
I think
like
so.
That. It's too much of a commitment right now, I think.
580.
No, thank you.
Him and Morga's 430. So if you take him and Morga, you're at 1,010.
And 2 characters.
Yeah. And the units in this are so expensive, and everybody who knows me knows my play style is throw a lot. I want as many models on the table as you could put on the table. That's just how I like to play.
Yeah. Yep. And you know, it's all about point efficiency right now, right? And there are so many armies in the top that can do so much for so little points.
Yeah.
That they're just very, very point efficient, right? And that's what that's what wins games.
Right.
It's point
you
efficiency.
Get the most damage out of each point, or the best save out of each point, is what you're looking for. And there are just some units that do it really well, and he ain't one of them. What he really does well is this ability right here, 3d6 charge. That's it.
Yeah, that's the 3d6 charge. That's the only. That's the reason you bring him, right? You bring him, and then everybody else charges up real fast. Yeah.
Yep.
But you can do that so well with all these other abilities now.
Yeah, especially because you can just give your ogres run and charge. So it's fine.
All right. So hey, our third named character, if you count the big dumb Kragnos, Grell Firefist. 8 health on a 4-up save. Another guy without any. Does anybody have wards in this? Not too many wards on your army.
A lot of the Maw Seekers have a 6-up ward.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to them.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We'll get to that.
Grell Firefist. Yeah. If there is something someone needs killing, then Grell Firefist has likely killed its kind before and has taken a bite out of it too. This veteran mercenary has traveled all over the mortal realms, selling her skill with her beloved cannon blast belch to the highest bidder. Grell keeps a fondness for her ogre kin and can usually be convinced to join a passing raid for the right price. So that's what we got. Now, her gun, 12-inch range, 3 to 5 attacks. Everything hits on 4s, wounds on 2s, 2 rend, 2 damage for most of this army. So we got a potential damage here. Oh, and she's got crit mortals. A lot of these guys have crit mortals.
Yeah.
So she's got potential 8 damage mortals in combat and 6 to 10 ranged. So, and it's the force to hit that really sucks, but everything else just gets through. If you could spike that hit roll.
True.
All right.
Yeah.
So any shooting phase, she's got her ogre-made ammunition. Pick a visible enemy unit within 6. You have to target that unit, and blast belch gets D6 plus 2 instead of D3 plus 2.
Oh,
so if you
roll a 1.
If you get close, it doesn't matter. If you roll it on a 1 on a D3, a D6, you got the potential there. You go from 3 to 5 attacks to 3 to 8 attacks. I'll take it. In your shooting phase, Thunderous Diversion. Ogres who fought alongside Grell for any length of time learn to take advantage of the distraction caused by the blasting mayhem she wreaks to avoid more troublesome foes, freeing them up to pursue easier meat. Pick a friendly unit in combat with an enemy unit that had any damage inflicted on it this turn by this unit's shooting attacks to be the target. This target can immediately use the retreat ability as if it was your movement phase and can still charge later that turn. No mortal damage. Oh. So if I shoot this unit that I'm in combat with, they're so distracted by all the explosions and all the other stuff that I can retreat during the shooting phase and set myself up for another charge, hoping to roll that 8+ and to push them and move them.
Correct.
How good is that?
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually a really great ability, and for 150,
She's a buck and a half.
I definitely plan to test it.
Yeah.
Pretty
sure,
squishy.
because, I mean,
yeah.
8 health, 4 up save, yeah.
But not bad.
I guess
I don't
that's...
know if yeah, I mean, do you want a butcher, or do you cast spells, or do you want this person? I don't know.
Yeah. And that's the only reason I haven't been messing with Grells too much so far. It's just because, like, the list building is so tight right now.
Yeah.
There's not enough points to go around.
You don't have the points.
Yeah, but again, we'll be testing her in the upcoming weeks.
And she's got a once per turn per army, which makes sense. She's a named character. She's unique. I mean, let's see. Once per turn per army. Opponent declared a command for a visible enemy unit within 6 inches of this unit. Oi, pay attention, slobs. Her many adventures have taught her how to counter many tactics, though sometimes other ogres need heavy-handed encouragement to listen. Allocate D3 damage points to another visible friendly Mawtribe unit within 3 inches of this unit. No ward rolls. Then, that command has no effect and still counts as having been used, but the command points spent are regained by your opponent. So they use a command on a unit near me. I can take D3 mortals, or D3 damage.
Yeah.
They get their point back, but they count as having used that command, so they can't use it anywhere else.
Yeah.
So not only do I not want you to use it, but I don't want you using it anywhere this turn. That's an interesting ability. It's very situational.
The range on it's so short. I mean,
yeah, I think if they were going to get their point back, it should have been 12 inches, 12-inch range.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's an interesting ability. She's
you have a model for this thing yet?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'm sure.
I haven't seen it, but or maybe I have seen it. I don't know. Let's talk about the Tyrant on the Gluthorn. We're getting up on the beast. Now, I think most of these are 16. The guys on these beasts are 16 health for almost all of them.
This is a dual kit with what's her face, right?
With Morga, yep.
Okay. So this guy, once again, now he's got 3 damage. But once again, 4s by 2s, 2 rend, 3 damage. So he's got a potential 12 crit mortals on his meat cleavers. His beast has a potential 21 damage, which jumps up to 28 damage on the charge.
Mm-hmm.
You figure half of that, just half it automatically because you're only going to hit half the time.
Right.
I'll play fast and loose with my odds and just take wounding on a 2+ and just pretend I won't get any ones. But still, potential 28 damage on the charge. You're really probably going to get 12 to 14 through at Ren 2. That's just good.
Yeah, smoke something.
And that 2 Rend, I mean, come on. So many of the other 5 up. You got a 5 up, half your army's a 5 up. These guys just no saves for you. Just take everything off the table. This is why I lose. Probably because I play horde armies with crappy saves. That's probably why.
Wow. Except your Chaos Warrior horde, that's a pretty good one.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
That one is good. All right, so what are his abilities? Once per turn per army, you declared a charge ability. For an Ogor Mawtribe unit wholly within 12 inches of this unit, you can reroll 1 die in the charge roll.
Including him. He could do this on himself.
Sure,
Yep.
yeah. Anyone caught slacking under the gaze of a tyrant is sure to regret it. Better to put the effort in before they notice. Works for me. And the Gluthorn Stampede, once per turn per army. Gluthorns are heavy and ponderous beasts, and when they pick up momentum, the very earth shakes at their onset. Any foes who avoid being gorged or trampled in the initial impact are sent sprawling. It takes crucial moments for them to gather themselves. If this unit charged, pick an enemy unit in the combat with it to be the target. Roll a dice. Add 1 to the roll if the target is infantry. On a 4+, the target has strike last. So, okay. Your rampage is a 4-up strike last. 3 up if it's infantry.
If it charged.
If it charged. Too many hoops. If you want to do this,
caveats.
do it. Make it a 2+ then. If I've got to charge and I got to get the charge and I got to roll. And it's once per turn per army. It's not like it's going through that much. What about this?
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's for free, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. I wouldn't count on it.
It seems like the rampages are where they get a little weak here on some of these.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And this one's about 400 points. I think it's not much cheaper than Morga.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly.
Yeah,
it's just
400
tough.
exactly. It's 30 points cheaper. If you're going to take that, I'd almost say take Morga, right?
Exactly.
Sure.
I also think this should be about 50 points cheaper, about 350. Again, doesn't have an inherent ward. It's not hard to efficiently gang up on something like this with units that cost half that. So.
I mean, you charge this thing with a pack of 6 crypt horrors. It's toast. You know what I mean? It's just,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got potential. Again, I like I wish it wasn't a 4-up. I think a 3-up. I think a 3-up would be better. With a 2-up if it's an infantry would have been better. Pitiless Warlord is actually not a bad thing to have, right? Just reroll 1 of the dice. How many times have you rolled like a 4 and a 1 or something? You're
Absolutely.
like, wish I could just reroll that 1. So yeah, I think with some point drops, the Tyrant on Gluthorn is actually not bad. And you can actually make it pretty interesting with some of the auras, like the one where you stop recursion within 6 inches.
Yeah,
that'll be really strong on the Tyrant on Gluthorn.
Yeah.
So.
Sounds good. What's up next? The regular Tyrant on foot. He's got I can't even tell the save. I think it's 4 up.
It is a 4-up. Yeah.
4 up, 8 health. Once again, he's got a potential 12 mortals. He's your basic guys, but he's got the big name. Okay, so tyrants are fond of assuming crudely grandiose titles that speak of their monstrous deeds. So pick one of these to get for the rest of the battle. You can't pick an effect that's already been picked for another tyrant. So there's 3 choices here. So 3 tyrants can get this if you're going to put 3 tyrants on the field. I don't know that you're going to put 3 tyrants on the field. They're only 150 points apiece, so maybe you're just going to run all infantry and you're going to be a maniac. So you got Neckringer.
I don't know anybody who runs 12 tyrants, do we? We've definitely seen that.
Oh, that's right. Didn't pick because that was when you could still just go spam it and just put them in their own. What was that called? The auxiliary units or whatever it was.
Yeah. Well, it's because you used to be able to give them a big name that treated them as monsters, and so with the old impact hits, you could give them the monster impact hits, and it was crazy.
Oh, that's All right, so what are the 3 things you could pick? You could pick enemy infantry units that have a health of 1 or 2, cannot contest objectives while they're in combat with this. We've seen that before. That's really good.
That's a good one.
Enemy
It's
cav,
really good.
yeah. Enemy cav can't retreat. Enemy monsters can't rampage. So those are all good things to pick.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Neckbringer and
they're-
Giant Wrestler are the best ones.
Yeah, without a doubt, they are the best ones. But a lot of cavalry has the retreat and charge abilities.
I mean, yes.
can be-
If you're
or can be-
playing those dang OBR, god dang it.
Yep. Or can be given, or can be or they can get it. So
And
Does
that's
that work on Death Rider Wedge? Would that work on them?
I would have to read Death Rider Wedge.
Yeah.
If it's considered a retreat ability, then absolutely. And the fact that you can pick this in the deployment phase, obviously, like, mwah. Yep, big name, still good.
I just
I was,
wanted
I,
to
was kind I was kind of disappointed that they just didn't make big names an enhancement. You know what I mean?
that you should just be able to give one guy a big name right
Yeah.
off the bat. I was thinking that was
Yeah.
going to happen too. But
Or
I do
just
like this.
one tyrant, because then you could pick your
Mhm.
tyrant on Gluthorn, and if the tyrant on Gluthorn could have gotten a big name,
Right. Oh.
then we're having a whole different conversation.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
I thought they kind of missed a trick there.
Yeah.
But I do like that it is in the deployment phase, that this is not a pick
Mhm.
it when you pick your army. This is I sit at the table, I see what's across from me, and I pick what's best.
Yeah.
If you declare a fight ability, then the Brawler Guts comes into effect, combining brutish strength with devastating bulk. The Tyrant leads other ogres into combat like the crown of an avalanche.
Yeah, it's a chain fight.
Oh, all right. So pick an infantry unit that hasn't fought that's in the chain fight +1 to hit. So this another great thing with your Tyrant is just your 4s to hit guys become
good.
3s to hit guys.
Yeah.
So good.
They got a new model, which is weird.
I love that new model. He's got that weird I got my nose broken 7 times look.
Yeah.
I mean, the Tyrant is the one model they just keep redoing.
As I said, they just get a new just
Not
get one.
just,
They
but it like the
they
last
got a new one within
20
5 years.
Yeah, 2021, I think it was.
I think
Yeah.
the last 2 times they had any updates, both of them got a Tyrant,
Yeah.
That's like the Barnius Calgar of the ogres. They just always make a new one.
You know what I don't like about this sculpt? Because I had the same thought. When I was looking at this sculpt, I go, something is bothering me about this sculpt, and I couldn't
Is it the
figure out what
Mohawk?
it was.
I was gonna say, is it the Mohawk?
No, it's the lack of shoulder plates. Looks weird.
Oh.
Like if he like
He's got the
I-
arm covers and the shoulders open. That is, yeah.
It just
Huh.
does something about it. Just
Well, do
just
many of them
doesn't-
have shoulder plates anymore? Because it looks like most of them have the big helmet, and he doesn't have his helmet on. If he had his helmet on, it would be covering up almost over his shoulders. Look at the guy next to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, this guy.
the guy next to him, he's got some shoulder things, I think.
No, I think that's
Oh,
just his
Okay,
arm.
here.
That's
his
part,
arm.
I think
Oh,
that's his upper arm, just like the guy next to him. Just look at the angle. I think it's just the angle.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're not wrong, but I think the way this sculpt looks, it almost makes it look like he's got like a halter top or something.
It does. Yeah, it is.
know?
It is strange to have that much armor on his arms
Yeah.
and to leave the shoulders open. I won't disagree.
Yeah,
He
Or-
looks kind of, to me, kind of looks comic booky, like his face.
sure,
A bit.
sure.
I
yeah.
hey,
His
I-
big
what's
square
the-
jaw and the
I
rubber
think it would've-
brow and
I think I would have given him a cape or shoulder pads. That's what I would have done.
What's the
Yeah.
opinion on
A
the
cape
new
for
gut
sure.
plates that being this large now?
yeah, they're big.
I actually like them.
They used to just cover the bellies. Now they cover a lot more, and I like it. I do like these. I mean, these models are just a hit. The only one that's not
Yeah.
great is the one that everyone says is not great, which is still kind of great. The one, the big one out with the giant pot. Everything's cool on that. It's just they've got all this open space. They should have had either more stuff on it, or they should have put it on an oval base. That's just my
We'll get to
opinion.
it.
Yeah, we'll look
Yeah,
at it later.
We'll get to it, but yeah, it is a little too big.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, every other model I've looked at, like I got no complaints. So,
Mhm.
Maul
Yep.
Beast Cav, 7 health and a
Also-
3-up save.
Just forward out for the Mornfang here.
Yeah.
Is there anyone who's not going to use their Mornfang? Is this just, oh, my poor Mornfang, got to put him in the garbage now?
No,
I'm
they're
not
just
gonna throw out. I'm not
No.
gonna throw out my Mornfang, but yeah, I mean they're legends now, so
Are you gonna
Um,
Are you gonna replace them with these guys, or are you just gonna use them as these guys?
are the base
they-
sizes the
so
same?
so the bases
Base
are the
sizes
same. And whenever something like this happens, I will at least in Sigmar, I will give credit where credit due. GW has always been very accommodating to letting you use your old models as the new stuff. For
Right.
example, when they got rid of Demigryph Knights in cities and replaced them with the new Cav, they even said in the article, hey, if you want to proxy your Demigryph Knights as this, perfectly fine. I suspect they'll feel the exact same way about Mornfang. If you show up with your Mornfang and like, hey, these are actually my Maul Beast Cavalry that are now legends, please don't be a chotch about it. They'll be like, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah, we
Right.
don't need no chotches. Got you.
I use my demigryphs as the mounts, as the steeds for my Stormcast chariots. I scratch built
sure.
those. They work really good.
Nice.
For that.
Yeah.
All right, so 9 potential damage from their weapons, 8 up to 12 for their beasts. Enemy units do not count as having charged while they're in combat with this unit. That's so
insanely powerful ability.
So any charge ability, like so the charge plus 1 damage doesn't count.
Nope.
Oh.
Anything that has the prerequisite, hey, if you charge, you may use this ability.
Yeah.
Sorry, boss. You may not.
Yeah.
You may not, sir.
That's wow. That's kind of cool.
Good.
That's an interesting.
Look at that. 3-up save. Get out of here.
Yep. I mean, well, these guys don't have wards. It's still a good save. It's still tough. As far as this army goes, it's great. I'm not going to sit and complain all this time about no ward saves because it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, not on this unit. I wouldn't complain. I mean,
I'm not going to complain on any because that's this army's one weakness is they don't have the best saves because they can move all over the board. They're here, they're there, they're everywhere, and they're hitting you with Rend 2 everything. This is the first Rend 1 we've seen off of this guy's Maul Beast.
Right. I mean, look at their next ability, though. It's even better.
If this unit charged, pick an enemy unit, roll a dice on a 3-up, -1 to... Okay, so...
What?
You charge me... Oh, no, you charge me, you get no charge abilities. I charge you, you're -1 to wound me. These are good, right? I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so...
yeah.
Maul Beast Cavalry are 100% on paper. If nobody showed you the points, you would go, what moron isn't going to run a reinforced unit of them?
Oh.
And then you see that it's 280 for 2 models. So that's 560 for 4 models.
That's a crime.
That's not great.
No.
It's
so this is what you were talking about earlier, saying this army is a little the points are a little bit too high for some of these things. Like you're not going to have models on the table.
280. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and so that's a problem. Like the army, it sounds weird to say this about ogres. The army doesn't have a very big footprint.
Yeah.
It's quick. It's yes, it's quick. It can be, but if your army consists of 4 units, you're gonna lose to armies that can just be zipping around the. You're gonna lose to armies that can put point efficient little units like, oh, I have 2 units of spite revenants and they can be on objectives while I'm slapping you with my current off hunters
like
and everything else.
Like I'm 20 chaos warriors standing on this circle, come get me. Like
meanwhile while their knights and chosen are running around slapping you off the board, and it's not hard to slap you off the board, so things. The army is just a little inefficient when it comes to the points.
Is this unit like 80 points too expensive?
I don't want to say 80 because I'm trying to compare them to like Chaos Knights. Chaos Knights, I think, you're sitting currently at 240. And so I think if this unit were to match Chaos Knight points, 240, I could probably. That's probably fine.
I was thinking 230 or 240.
They're units of 5 with 4 wounds, right?
I think
they're 4 wounds.
I think they're 3 wounds, but they're also 3-up save.
3-up save.
Okay, they're also a 3-up save, so that's 15 wounds and a 3-up save. So this is 14 wounds and a 3-up save. No, they don't turn off. No, they don't turn off charge abilities. But if you give them Mark of Corn, which they can just snap their fingers and do it, it's a lot of attacks at Rend 2 damage. So it's nothing to scoff at.
Well, they're an example of an extremely point efficient unit. Chaos Knights.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, let's.
But again, on paper, Maul Beast Cavalry, amazing unit. Just needs to go down in points.
I'd probably still take a unit of 4 just to
You,
rampage.
you would take a unit of 4, and then you would
I would.
complain all
I
evening
would.
about your bad dice rolling and how you got
Absolutely.
robbed.
Probably.
Why wouldn't you just take 2 2s then? Just at least keep them apart.
Because I'd want to run 4 just so I could
I
use
guess
one
so.
command point on them.
I guess, yeah.
Wound density is very strong in Sigmar.
That's true.
And
That's
then,
true.
And then one command point lets this whole unit hit on 3s. Yeah.
All right, so here's your gluttons. Let's talk
There you go.
gluttons. Gluttons are 5 for 200. Okay? 4 health, so you got 20 health in your unit, but it's a 5-up save, which is rough. It's a 4-up save if you haven't charged. So that's something.
It's 5 now. Ooh.
Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah, it's a 5-man unit. So they got them to normal, so they didn't have to make special rules.
Didn't they used to be 6?
Mm-hmm.
Used to be 6.
And then they had to change the rules about coherency because everything was anything over 5. Remember, so they had to change it to over 6 because.
Yeah.
So now they don't
Because
have to do
ogres.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where we're seeing 1 rend back down to 1 rend. I mean, it's their battle line. It's their base unit. I get it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a potential 8 damage apiece, and you can get those hits down to 3 hits or to 3s to hit. There's still 2s to wound, 2 damage. They're still taking out stuff if they're used properly. And they're not a bad little unit for the 100 and how much did we say? 100 and
200
or 200.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's nothing cheap. There's nothing cheap. Noblars are the only thing, and they're going to legends.
And they're legends. Yep. This army doesn't have cheap chaff. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. So gluttons, once again, on paper, love it. I think it's great. Wall of Meat's a great ability. 5-up save, sure. They have the least amount of armor. They're big. They're not hard to hit, which I guess translates to not hard to wound.
Right.
Probably should go down to 180.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think. I think 180 would be fair.
So then let's look at their friends over here, the Iron Guts. Similar stats. They have 1 better save. Their save is a 4-up. They only have 3 attacks, but they're Rend 2 damage 3, like any hero. That's so good.
Yeah.
Now, how much are these boys? This is these guys are
Also 200.
Also 200, but you only get 3 of them.
Correct.
So for the same points, do you want to take a unit of 3 of these over a unit of 5 of those? It's very possible, especially with their passive. Personal enforcers. They're bodyguards and cronies of the tribe's toughest leaders. While it's in combat range of any friendly infantry heroes, they both have a 5-up ward. Right there. I mean, if you're going to put that with a hero anyway. We were talking about that, weren't we, with the 6-inch range? If you just have a hero with that ability and then these guys are next to him, boom.
Yep. Every list I've built has Iron Guts and Tyrant. I've been having a lot of success with it. Iron Guts at 200 points. Iron Guts at 200 points by itself is not worth it. Iron Guts at 200 points with a Tyrant, which you'll probably always take if you're going to take Iron Guts, 100% worth it. Fantastic.
Tyrant tax, though, because now you're at 350 for this. Isn't it? Isn't a Tyrant... Didn't we say that? Yeah, Tyrant's $1.50. So
but it's worth it, right? Because the Tyrant can make them chain fight, make them chain fight, give them +1 to hit.
Oh, that's right. Then they're okay.
Then they're hitting on 3s. Yeah. So I think the reason the Iron Guts are going to stay at 200 is because of the Tyrant package with personal enforcers, and I think that's fair.
Because the only thing I object to is they don't have a rule called down to the Iron Guts anymore.
They lost fight twice.
They've had that rule forever.
Yeah. But now they got this once per turn per army in any charge phase. Display of might. Iron Guts will have any opportunity to remind everyone watching just how violent they can be. So they can bull charge even if another... So you get 1 extra bull charge.
Sure.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep. Very situationally good, but still good.
That's something. Well, I mean, we'll take it, right?
Yeah.
And those models, and look, the Iron Guts, they don't have any shoulder pads. None of these guys have shoulder pads. I mean, now that you brought it up, I'm looking.
You know what it is? I think it's because you're like, as you said earlier, because the helmet is kind of like covering the shoulder. They have the one strap with the gut plate. It doesn't look like they're wearing a tank top.
Yeah. The other guy does. The other guy does.
The other guy does a little bit. It's just something about just having
roll back to that, Chris.
Yeah. Something about
So
just
this
the
is the
amount.
spring break ogre right here.
Yeah,
This
for sure.
yeah.
This is the spring break ogre that was like bulking and really wants to show everybody like how big his traps got
Because
at
look,
the gym.
because he's got a mohawk too. Everybody else is wearing a thing, or half of them are bald. This guy's like mohawked. He's out there. He's ready to go.
See, I am huge.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at the Iron Blaster and the scrap launchers.
Here it is.
Yep, the classic. The old
OG model.
I had the old metal scrap launcher that you had to pin.
Man.
Like I had. I'm not kidding you. My scrap launcher had 18 pins in it. Because
jeez.
it was all metal and it was the most fragile, crazy thing you could ever build. And I adored it. I had 2 of them because I loved them. They were terrible in the game, but they were the coolest, most fun model with all these stupid guys just piling stuff in there.
I have one of these somewhere.
Yep. So let's see. We got they both have a 9 health and a 4 up save. Now the Iron Blaster, 18-inch shot, 2 attacks, still 4s by 2s, 2 rend, but 5 damage. Their clubbers are basically 2 attack gluttons, and they're Rhinox because we still have a Rhinox pulling this thing.
Yay.
For now.
Yeah, 4 attacks. Yeah, until they redo this. Is this one that's going away? Is this a legend or is this staying?
Surprisingly not.
It's in the book.
Neither one of them.
Oh, that's right.
neither
It's
one of
obviously
them
if it's the legends, it wouldn't be in the book, right? So,
fair. Yeah, neither one of them are legends.
so what's its special ability? Once per turn per army in your shooting phase, the obliterating blast. The sheer size of an Iron Blaster means collateral damage is effectively guaranteed. Not that the ogres care. If this unit has not run or retreat this turn, pick a visible enemy unit with an 18 to be the target. Then draw a straight line between the closest points on the base of this unit and the target. Every other unit, friendly and enemy, gets collateral damage. Roll a die, and on a 3-up, they take that much mortal damage, and then inflict amount of mortal damage to the target equal to the roll. Then inflict D3 damage on each collateral damage target. Oh,
Yeah, it's a line that you just.
Yep.
so the actual target, on top of all the other wounds I'm doing, is gonna on a 3-up is just gonna take. And it's not a D, so between 3 and 6 mortals.
Yeah, but it's gonna hit everything in between too.
For D3.
Friendly or foe.
Yeah,
I like this.
I thought
I
for
like it a
sure
lot.
they were gonna. I thought for sure they were gonna. When I started reading this, I was like, pick a point, roll a d6, add that to the roll, roll another d6. That's how far it bounces. I thought for sure they were gonna do that.
Oh, this is
I
also
was like,
interesting. Wait a minute.
no.
This doesn't have to be the unit you're shooting at.
No.
Pick a draw. You are correct.
I can
I
shoot
never caught-
dude here and then pick a unit with an 18 and draw a line and say, that's just because it blows up everywhere. Something just went that away.
Well,
Yes.
well, I will say something that sorry, I just realized something that I had caught previously. Look at the keywords. So what
Core,
what you got?
attack. Oh, it is your shooting phase. So you have
It
to.
is your shooting. It's your shooting. It is your shooting attack. It's in lieu of you using your cannon shot.
Oh, okay. So instead
so
of
just-
instead of a potential 10 on one guy, I'm just like, nope. On a 3-up, I'm going to do 6 to you. But if you don't roll
Yeah.
that 3-up, you did nothing, right?
Correct. But like this is like really fun if maybe somebody the target you want is obscured, or the target you really want is just outside of range, and you can just line up this really crazy a shot where you're getting like 6 of their units.
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah. I'll take that.
And again, and I know I always point this out, but it's on a 3-up, you do that much damage. You could pick a hero.
Sure.
An infantry hero. On a 3-up, you do. They've got 5 wounds apiece, and I'm doing mortals. They may not get that save. Boom, a 5 or a cheeky 5 or 6. You might just take that guy right out, and then
Yeah.
D3 along the way. The guys he's hiding behind.
Yep. I actually think this. I think this is a solid war scroll, and at 180, it's okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I believe it's 180. Yeah.
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 It's not
yeah,
bad. I like
yeah.
it.
Okay. Yeah. And
it's
this wouldn't be
Also
affected if
fast.
I picked a hero that was next to a unit. This would not be the -1 to hit because I'm not rolling to hit, right? I'm just rolling
Correct.
on a 3
Oh,
up.
guarded hero doesn't work.
Guarded hero doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Iron
The only
Blaster.
thing, the only thing you have to respect for picking all your things, picking your visible unit is, sorry, it has to be visible. The first unit you pick has to be visible.
Right.
Everything else does not.
That's crazy. Now let's talk about the scrap launcher. I have a soft spot in my heart for the scrap launcher. I know it's not good. I don't care. What is Noblar scrap launcher? This is 160 points only. 20 points cheaper than the Iron Blaster. All right. It gets 12 attacks with crit 2 hits. It's only rend 1, damage 1, but that's not the point. The point is, once per turn per army, pick an enemy unit that had any damage points allocated to it in this phase by this unit's shooting attack. So those 12 attacks, crit 2 hits. If I do any damage until the start of your next turn, subtract X from their move characteristic to a minimum of 1, where X is the number of damage points allocated to the target this phase by this unit's shooting attacks. Then roll a die, and on a 3-up until the start of your next turn, they can't run or retreat or be picked to be the target of abilities that would allow them to be set up elsewhere on the battlefield. So for this 160, and once again, I know that the points are not there in this army. I'm sorry, with the tightness of points.
Right. Yep.
But being able to just drop this on a guy, I managed to get in 3 damage. All right, you're -3 to your move characteristic until the start of my next turn. And on a 3-up, you're not running, retreating, or I just love the idea behind this. They're just picking up at the height of the Noblar ingenuity is a scrap launcher, a catapult that hurls bucketfuls of sharp metal high into the air to rain down on the enemy. Despite its crude constrictions, it's surprisingly lethal. Even if it doesn't hit you, there's just swords and metal things all around the ground that you're going to have to not be stepping on and dodging around to get to them. So your movement has been lessened. I love this thing.
Remember we were talking about how this army can kind of control the game a little bit. This is another piece that lets you
take away your movement
a little bit.
Yeah, and it's a shame just because, like, again, because the book currently isn't very point efficient. There's just not a lot of room for these tech pieces like the Iron Blaster or the scrap launcher, which actually are priced very reasonably. 180, 160 is a fantastic price to pay for a tech piece like that.
Yeah.
But not when I only have 4 units already on the board. I can't afford it. I don't have an extra 160 or 180. Yeah.
That's the thing, and that's what I said. In this game with these points, there's no points for this. But if it was cheaper, that would be very. I just think that's a cool. The rule itself is cool, and they always have had something like that. I've always loved it.
Yeah, like this is all they're shooting, right? It's pretty much what they got.
Nope. We'll get to my favorite shooting unit in the book soon.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got like 15 more units to go through, so let's keep plugging along.
Lord.
All right.
Frostlord on Stonehorn, 15 health, 4-up save. A potential. He gets a charge +1 damage on his weapon, as well as this. So on the charge, let's see, you have a regular potential normally of 8 and 21, so 29, with a potential jumping up to another 11, so up to 40. Up to 40 damage with the Frostlord on Stonehorn. You ignore the first damage point that would be allocated to it every phase. When it is damaged, you get +1 attack on the companion weapons used by other friendly Mawtribes units when they're within this unit's combat range. So it doesn't work for this guys, but okay, it still will help.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to have some Montfang? Or are you just running like 2 or 3 of these guys all next to each other? It seems really weird that you would be doing anything like that. And then once per turn per army, any charge phase, the earth-shattering charge. Enemies are crushed in... So more of this. If this unit charged and has not used the bull charge, pick an enemy unit within 1, do D3 mortal damage, and then roll 2D6. You can move the distance in inches. It can pass through models in the target unit, but must end that move in combat.
It's back.
Yep, it's back. Tokyo Drift is back, baby.
So you can go right through the unit though. So if it's a screen, I can just move through, and it doesn't say I can't end the move. Like I can't get on the other side of it and tag that guy you were hiding.
You can.
I can.
Okay, yeah.
Like doesn't say I can't. I
Yeah,
just still
totally.
have to be in
Correct.
combat with this. Oh,
Yeah,
Yes, you just have to be in combat.
yeah, and this is better than like say power through because this can move through exactly like you said. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's so good.
You don't even have to be in combat with the unit you charge. You just plow over those dudes. You go into something else.
Yep.
So good.
Um.
What do you think?
Go ahead.
You got this. I was gonna do the Thunder Tusk next, and then ask you which one you like better.
Go ahead. Let's do it.
So, all right. So, same basic stats for the wheel. He does have a ranged attack. It's only one attack and one rend with D3 plus 2 damage. And then his stats, I think, are they're not the same because the Thunder Tusk has more damage. The Frost Spear is the same. Thunder Tusk doesn't have +1 damage. He's anti-infantry +1 rend. So he goes to 2 rend against infantry.
Yeah.
So a slightly different profile for that. Once per turn per army in your movement phase, they have Blessed of the Old Ice. The chilling presence of a Frost Lord and the freezing breath of their Thunder Tusk invigorates Beastclaw warriors. Pick a friendly unit wholly within 12 on a 3-up. For the rest of the turn, they can shoot and charge even if they retreat and or run. That's good, right?
That's good. Real good.
And once per turn per army in any movement phase, sweeping tusks with a deafening bellow, the Thunder Tusk swings its huge frost-wreathed tusk side to side. This is like that Lord of the Rings that when they came in. Pick an enemy unit in combat. Roll a die for each model in the target unit. 5-up mortals. Oof. And this thing is an anti-infantry. Yeah, this is a horde killer. You got anti-infantry on your thing, and then
Look at when that triggers any movement phase.
so every movement phase.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, you're hitting outside of the combat phase, so you're getting your
Absolutely.
multiple phase damage.
So if you do this and you kill the unit you're in combat with, you could move.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
So,
unlikely, but it could happen.
which one of these? I don't know how many points they are. I'm going to take a look right now. Which one of these are the guy, Carlos, or are they both the guy?
Frostlord on Stonehorn is the better one.
That one's now the Stonehorn is 340. The Thunder Tusk is 280. So
yeah. And so remember how you said the Frostlord on Stonehorn has potential damage output of 40?
Yeah.
The one on the Thunder Tusk only 27.
Right.
So much less damage. I think the Frostlord on Thunder Tusk is just not worth taking.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, 280 is way too much. If the ability had just been, hey, pick a unit within 12, they can retreat and charge.
Yeah, without that 3+ in there.
Without that 3+.
Yeah.
For 280, I actually might have considered taking that, but the fact that can fail, no, it's just not worth it.
I feel like this guy should have like a freezing aura, right? Where you're like
they used to.
Everyone within a foot of this thing is -1 to hit or something like that. Like,
that's exactly what it was in 3rd edition. Yep.
100%. Yeah, those were crazy.
I remember his shooting attack used to just kill stuff, right?
It had a table that would bracket, and you would just roll dice. It would just be like, hey, at full strength you get to roll 12 dice. Every 5 ups a mortal.
Yeah.
So the Frostlord on Stonehorn, both the Frostlords right now, I don't think have a place really in the list, in the meta list. I want to preface by saying I'm not.
Because language.
Pooping. I'm not pooping on anything.
Hopefully, I remember to edit this.
Because they're too expensive.
Yeah, they're just too expensive. It's not point efficient. They lost damage. They lost access to their ward. Not Yeah, not
Yeah.
probably not going to see play
Mhm.
in the meta for now until they get some massive point drops.
Right.
Um, yeah, they took away so much that the Beast Claw monsters had access to,
Right.
and they either stayed the same amount of points or went up, and that just makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Because they
Yeah.
don't synergize with the Mournfang anymore because the Mournfang protected them and they don't do that because they're gone.
Well, I don't even know what the Morphin are going to do because we don't get to see what the Legends War Scroll does until it
Yeah.
officially releases. So
Right.
Oh, that's
we'll
true.
see.
Shall we talk about the Hoos Guards?
You mean the only way to get access to your
Your
prayer,
Yeah, I was gonna
prayer
say.
lore?
So
Yeah.
now
Sure.
the Stonehorn, and now is let's okay. We have a lot to do, so let's try to kind of hurry this one along. The Stonehorn is 300, and the Thunder Tusk is 280. Is one of these the one you should be going with?
I think
I mean, is there an obvious choice like there was with the other one, with the Frost Lord?
I would actually say because these are so because these are pointed so close to each other, this one you just kind of do to taste. To me, the Huskard on Stonehorn is worth the extra 20 points, 100%, because you're negating 1 damage each phase. You can give companion weapons crit 2 hits, so that means you can give yourself crit 2 hits because it doesn't say other.
Right.
Oh, but the
And
Thunder Tusks, you have a companion ranged weapon as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Oh,
they
it's
both
only
do,
one
yeah.
attack,
the-
but yeah, crit 2 hits. I'll take it anyway.
Yeah, in my opinion, the Husker on Stonehorn is the most point efficient. Definitely worth taking if you want access to your prayer lore. If you just for some reason can't give up 20 points, I guess take the Thunder Tusk.
Yeah.
But I think Husker on Stonehorn. If you're dying to have a priest in your list, you go with the Husker on Stonehorn.
All right, and because once again, the
True
Stonehorn
to
ignores that damage point, which the Thunder Tusk doesn't.
Yep.
And what is this? So let's see. Stonehorn, once per turn per army, the Primal Bellow. He drives their Stonehorn to unleash a mighty roar that sends nearby monsters into a frenzy. Pick a unit within combat range, roll a dice. Ugh. Add 2
Yeah.
if the unit charged this turn. So it's a 2 up if they charged. It's a 4 up if they don't. Then you get the crit
Yep.
2 hits on the companion. So many rolls.
Yeah.
And if the
Yeah.
target is an enemy unit, -1 to hit. Okay.
Yeah, and again, I don't want to focus too much on the bad, but that ability before this book came out used to be every monster within his combat range, friendly or foe, and it was on a 3-up. So you used to be able to just like plant all your Huskards on Stonehorns close together, and just start giving all your Stonehorns crit 2 hits and making monster companion weapons -1 to hit. Now it's pick 1, and there wasn't a point drop for this, and they lost their 5-up board.
So wild. So
That's
wild.
crazy.
Yeah,
You know, the
no,
funniest thing
it's-
is, remember, now, I don't know how long you've been playing, Carlos, because you're a youngster. Were you around when these guys came out? Back in 6th edition? Were you playing Old World or Old Fantasy?
I was not playing Fantasy. I started playing Age of Sigmar right at the end of 2nd edition.
Okay.
Okay.
When these guys came out, this was the exact same problem. Remember, Chris? They were so
Yeah.
overpointed that you couldn't get enough guys on, and they were terrible. Like, because this was the first army they ever did where your basic troop was on a 40 mil base. That was hero size bases. So they were so big, GW was so terrified it would wreck everything. And this is back when they didn't you didn't get adjustments until they wrote a new book. And this has been this army's problem forever.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it's
The only choice I
overpointed.
would take the Thunder Tusk guy would be to get the priest, and then he's kind of a tech piece too. He does some cool debuffs and stuff, which I think
Yeah.
is interesting. It lets you play around a little bit.
You can potentially take away 1 damage.
Yeah.
1 damage from the enemy's weapons,
Yep.
and -1 from their attacks. So, I mean,
You have to jump through some hoops to get it done, but you know.
I think in my opinion, the very simple fix to these 2 units,
Mhm.
if you don't want to drop their points, that's fine. Make them Priest 2.
Mhm.
Priest one is absolutely criminal for the fact that these are your only access to your prayer lore.
Yeah.
Like that's make them Priest 2. Mwah, beautiful.
I honestly, this is something that, you know, I forget who I was talking to who was talking about that. They're like, the priest stuff is cool, and then this is the only one. I really think once the legend stuff goes, you're going to see a second wave, and you're going to see it may not even be that long, but I really
possibly
I really do think so.
possibly giving an artifact that makes a unit a priest would be good too.
Hey,
Something like that.
they used to. It was in
Yeah.
the third book.
I
It's
agree.
crazy that Voice of the Everwinter didn't carry over.
Right.
yeah, no, that's
Wild.
It's kind of as you said, it's a little criminal. Let's talk about the Bloodpelt Hunter. 8 health and a 5-up save. He's got a 15-inch ranged attack that's 1 rend at D3 plus 1, but it's 2 rend against a monster, which is always sweet. 5 attacks, 1 rend, 2 damage. Once again, it's 2 rend against monsters. This is a monster hunting infantry dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
So let's see. He's got a passive called Biggest Game Hunter. His arsenal is tailored to killing the largest prey. The damage characteristic of the Skull Shatter, crossbow, and spear, which is a ranged weapon, is 4 if the target's a
That's
monster.
dumb.
So-
Max damage.
Yeah, it's just
dumb.
D3 plus. It makes total sense. I like this, actually.
Does it?
Yes, because it's D3 plus 1 damage, but it's an impaling spear. It's kind of hard to miss or just wing a monster. It's right there, giant in front of you. He's jamming it right in its guts.
So this guy's better at throwing his crossbow or spear than Alariel or
I mean, what,
Indatra.
Well, just
Against
at monsters.
monsters.
It's something.
Against
It's something that
monsters,
it's almost impossible to miss, and he's hitting it with all that strength. And look at the barbs on that thing.
God.
So I'm gonna take it because whatever.
I mean, it's amazing. It
Once
really
per
is.
turn per army in your shooting phase, the first shot's mine. Glory seekers all, Bloodpelt hunters insist on shooting first. Their example and confidence inevitably inspires other ogres to follow suit. Pick an enemy unit that has any damage points allocated to it this turn by this unit's shooting attacks to be the target, and for the rest of the phase, +1 to hit for. Oh, so I shoot you and I do any damage. Everybody else is +1 to hit you in the shooting phase.
every other
Beast
beast claw.
Yeah,
Every other
you know
beast
what,
claw.
Dave? You know what's better than 1 Bloodpelt Hunter?
Is it 2 Bloodpelt hunters?
It's 2 Bloodpelt Hunter.
Even though that's only a once per turn per army, is that just in case he gets killed? He's a $130.
so
He's super
So you
cheap.
could use this. So you could use this ability. The first guy
Super
shoots
cheap.
him, bam, and then the other guy just gets +1 to it.
That is true.
Oh, and if
He's
it's a
right about that.
monster, then he's hitting the. Oh, so 2 of these guys. One guy shoots the monster first, preps him, and then the other guy goes in for the kill.
Yeah. The first guy uses a lot of attacks, so he gets on 3s, and then his buddy hits on 3s too.
This is an amazing unit,
Mhm.
and it's going to go up in points because it's going to pay for the sins of the unit that we're going to talk about in one more War Scroll.
The Man Trapper.
No, the one
Oh,
after that. But we
okay.
can talk about the Man Trapper.
Man Trapper. Isn't this something? Wasn't he like a? Was he an actual unit or was he like a war? He was a war cry no,
It was
Underworlds.
Right. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So he's got a crit auto wound, 15-inch ranged attack, 1 rend. D3. He hits on 3s with it though. Look at that.
Ooh.
His hunting knife is a basic ogre attacks. Let's see. Passive. Man Trapper's accomplices. Saberfang, Noblars, Trappers are all Man Trapper tokens. After setting up
This
this
guy,
unit,
right?
yeah. So yeah, this was a Warcry warband. So now he's got him,
This guy's Hrothgar.
and he's got his 4 guys with him. If an enemy unit is destroyed or removed from the battlefield while any of these accomplices are next to it, remove that Man Trapper accomplice from the battlefield. Okay. What does that mean? Well, so it's just a little closer. So once per turn per army at the start of the battle round. If this unit has any Man Trapper accomplices, take 1 from this unit and place it next to a visible enemy unit. Okay. So
What's this?
okay, so basically that first rule says if I put it next to a unit and that unit dies, it comes back to me. All right. That's a lot of words, and they should have put those
Yeah.
in the other order.
Yeah.
They should have told you how to put it there first before how to
No,
take it home.
No. It's the opposite. It's saying that once the unit that you put a token on dies, that token is gone forever.
Oh, gone forever. Oh, removed from the battlefield. Oh, okay. So my mistake. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Thank you,
It's all-
Carlos.
It's all good. You're good.
And okay, pick an enemy that had any damage points allocated to it this turn by the shooting attack. So this is during the shooting phase. Trapped. Make a trapped roll. -1 for each Man Trapper accomplice next to the target. Oh, so every turn you could, or start of the battle round? So it's not too, but you can keep putting them next to the same unit, I suppose, right?
I
Subtract 1 for each man-trapper accomplice next to the target. It just says.
I guess
Yeah.
you're right. I guess
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can stack them.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I never caught that one.
Place it next to a visible enemy unit. That's it. Yeah. So then, if your roll is less than the save, so -1 for each one. If your roll is less than their save, they're -1 to the dice rolls when making charge rolls, and they can't fly. So if you wanted to put another one next to it, just to, because if their save is a good save, let's say their save's a 3, you got to roll less than it. The one guy next to it that allows you to do it, now it's on a 4. If you put another guy next to it, or no, you
Most
gotta
of
roll
guys
less,
-1 from their dice. Yeah.
Yeah.
subtract 1 to a
Yeah.
minimum of 1, so you can keep So okay,
That's a lot. That's a lot of words.
that's a lot
that
of
up
words
really
for that. And once again, it's a God blessed Underworld's warband. So
This is actually a surprisingly cool tech piece that I just don't have room for in my list.
how much
Yeah.
is this? How much is this thing?
Only $130.
Oh, that's right.
It's only 130. Again, it's unfortunate that this is just another great tech piece that I could be running in the list, but I ain't got room for it.
All right, so let's
All
talk
right,
about
so
those
here's-
hunters
here-
with saber
yeah.
fangs. Is this the unit?
There you go.
This, I was so flabbergasted when I tested this unit out the first time because I put them on the table and then Justin attacked me with them, and I go, they all have 4 wounds? This is a 4 wound per. Why does this thing have as many wounds as a glutton?
Four
So anyway,
health.
good.
This
Four
is
health
a
and a-
unit. This is it's a unit of hunters, which is bizarre.
Okay, so 4 health, 5 up save. Hunters from the bulk of the Beast Claw Allfrostons. Each of these hardy ogres is well versed in facing down the elemental wilds and the monsters that lurk therein. They're skilled tamers and trackers, and thanks to the perpetual frosty mist that dog their steps, they can often move into position to take a satisfying crossbow shot long before the prey ever notices their presence. Okay. So 15-inch shot, 3 attacks, 1 rend, 2 against monsters, 2 damage, and then a lot of not a lot of attacks and a 1 rend, 1 damage, but a lot of bonuses against if you got cav or monsters. So they're going after bigger things. Okay, so
it's 5 to a unit, and 3 out of 5 of them are hunters,
Okay.
which means you get 10 shots. 10 shots at 4s and 3s. 2 rend if you're a monster, 2 damage. Mind you, if you have the blood pelt, you can make them hit on 3s.
right.
So that means a reinforced unit is making 19 shots.
You can reinforce these dudes. God
You
damn
can
it.
reinforce these dudes and keep going.
So all right, and 2 of the 5 models are the Saber Fangs, and they have the tusks and claws. Okay, Saber Fangs cannot be the unit champion. Fair enough. All right. Once per battle per army in the deployment phase, remove this unit from the battlefield. Set up again wholly within 3 inches of a terrain feature, more than 9 inches from enemy units. It cannot move for the rest of the first turn of the first. It cannot use move abilities in the first turn of the first battle round.
Yeah, they're hiding.
Not bad.
Fair enough. Once per turn per army, any combat phase. Pick an enemy unit in combat that has charged. Roll 2 dice for each Saber Fang. On a 3-up, do a mortal. So.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's 8 dice. That's 8 dice to a reinforced unit, and every 3-up's a mortal. And mind you, it's not Saberfang in combat range. It's just, hey, how many Saberfang do you still have left? Cool. I'm reinforced, and you charged me. I'm gonna roll 8 dice. You're probably gonna take 4 mortals just for charging me.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Yeah, it happens before. Yeah,
3
this is
hunters
the
and
same, yeah.
so 3 hunters and 2 Saber Fangs. Was this is this another Underworlds thing or something?
This is
a new unit.
This is just this is just a new unit. Okay.
This is a brand new unit, and this is the unit that gives me confidence that we are correct that that Everwinter is getting a refresh. Why would you bring out a brand new Everwinter or Beastclaw unit if you weren't going to mess around with Beastclaw anymore? Like there's same for the next War Scroll, which but we'll go over. Yeah, I mean these guys are 160.
Yeah. I wonder if they forgot to say that you couldn't reinforce these guys.
I have a feeling you might be right because at 160, them reinforced is incredibly point efficient. If these guys went up to 180, I'd be upset, but I wouldn't be shocked. I'd be like, you know what? That's fair, man.
And you'd still take them.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, the saber fangs are part of the unit, so that means the saber fangs have 4 wounds.
Yeah.
That means you have to chew through 16, if they're reinforced, 16 wounds before you can start taking my my ogres off the
Right.
ogre units off the table. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even think about that because it's 4 health for the and you could just take off whatever you want, so you don't ever get to the ogres practically.
Yeah, and they have the same wound density as gluttons.
Yeah.
Like 4 wounds a model. That's crazy.
And the same save and control everything.
Yeah, like
They're actually just better at fighting than them too.
Wow.
it's the
Well, they have
shooting, right?
less attack too, so yeah. But they have the
Yeah.
saber cuts to make up for it. Yeah.
And so like what I've been doing is I've been reinforcing hunters and putting a blood pelt in reserve with them, and just having the blood pelt and the hunters come out, and just the blood pelt shoots, gives me +1 to hit. Now I've got 19 shots at 3s and 3s, 1 red, 2 damage, potentially 2 if you're a monster. It's a great way to snipe monsters off the table, man.
Yeah. What models are you
Crazy.
using for these right now?
Well, I've been playing it on TTS, so I was just using
Okay.
I was using lead belchers.
Yeah,
I was using lead belchers in my old saber tusks.
Mm-hmm.
Or saber fang, sorry. So
That's crazy.
yeah. I think this is probably the standout unit in my opinion, but as Walker said, I would not be surprised if they said, "Oh, actually, we goofed. You can't reinforce these."
Right.
It does
I'd be
seem
like,
crazy.
Firm but fair.
That 5 up, it's just bananas. I mean, it's a 5 up, so they're gonna die, but so many wounds.
But so many wounds, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 health for the beast is what.
I mean, the thing is, you get to put them wherever you want. So
Yep.
it's not like you're gonna throw them up against something that they can't. They're gonna be they're gonna be 9 inches from the table edge, perhaps.
Yep.
Yeah. Remember that?
And
keep them
what
to the
we
table edge so you
talked
can't
about.
shoot them.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they're -1 to hit.
Or -1 to hit, right?
And so that's the other thing I was doing too. I kept bringing these guys in, and people kept going, "Oh, I better pay attention to them," and be like, "Yeah, -1 to hit, guy."
Yeah.
Wholly
That's
within
so
3
busted.
inches of a terrain feature. So, that might pull you out at 9 inches.
No. I've been ambushing them.
Okay. Oh, so they're the guys in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to move away from 9 inches. They're sitting there shooting stuff.
Yep.
So you're not even
You gotta
using
go-
their deployment phase ability.
No.
Nah, I don't need to.
Nice. Oh,
I don't-
okay.
I don't-
Interesting. I
I
didn't
don't
think
need to.
about that.
Yeah, if because 9 inches from the board edge with 15-inch shots, that's 24 threat range. I'm gonna shoot you.
Interesting.
You have to go. And then you have to go deal with them, and they're inherently -1 to be hit
Mhm.
from the faction ability.
Let's talk about the Maul Beast Raiders.
All right.
Which has the beast claw keyword.
All right, so it is Beast
Yeah.
Claw, which is nice. It's
Which-
and they got
another-
vultures. I like that.
Yep.
Look at these
Another
beasts, yeah.
another reason I don't think they're getting rid of Everwinter. Let's
Yeah, I
pray
agree.
to the Everwinter.
7 health, 4 up save.
The snowy bases they got.
They can shoot in combat. Yeah, they did snow bases. Yeah, shoot in combat. Okay, 3 attacks, 1 rend, 2 damage. But shooting in combat's nice because you're going to get in combat. Punches and kicks, 1 rend, 1 damage. The Maul Beast is this 4 attacks, 1 rend, 2 damage. 3 damage on the charge. What else? Once per turn per army. In the enemy movement phase, the Maul Beast Raiders are ever on the move, pursuing their quarry with impressive stamina and determination, even in the harshest conditions. If it's more than 9 inches from all enemy units, it can move D6. It cannot move into combat. But during your movement phase, I can move closer to you.
This is a
Or
unit
I can
of
just move
2.
D6. I can move anywhere I want.
Yeah. This is a unit of 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's it's the multi kit with the other guys.
Yep.
So do we like these guys?
They're not.
They don't seem like they
Bad.
do a ton of damage.
Yeah, they're just not good.
For a
And they're
big monster
230,
to have
and-
1 rend of big guys like this.
And it's 230. It's 230 for 2 models.
I feel like
Oof.
I feel like they're like you can screen with this unit. Like,
But for 230, a screening
Yeah.
unit?
yeah, that's what it
No.
feels like.
And it's a screening unit that can have its ability shut off if you just get within 8.9 inches of it.
Yeah.
You know. So, yeah. Currently,
Not
I think
because
whichever-
that's 1 rend,
Yeah.
1 damage or 2 damage from the beast. I get it, but still,
yeah.
I
This
mean-
probably needs to go down to 180.
I mean,
I'm being
gluttons do
perfectly
2
honest.
damage. Why would this guy not be doing some damage? It's
I don't know.
punches and kicks. Look at that metal shoe
Yeah,
he's wearing.
I'd say he doesn't even have a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got one right there.
This is a definite mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mornfang the current Mornfang do about as much damage as this or more, and they're 150.
Yeah.
So I don't think 180 is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
The stone. Okay, so the Stonehorn and the Thunder Tusk without the heroes
Right.
on them. Is there anything special about this? They seem to have a lot of the same rules, and
The Stonehorn Beast Riders got a strong impact hits. They can potentially do 6 mortals to faction terrain, which is pretty cool.
Mm.
And then the Thunder Tusk Beast Riders can subtract 1 from your hit rolls.
mhm.
On a 4-up.
It's about on a 4-up. Yeah, it's nothing. Honestly, nothing glamorous. If I'm being perfectly honest. Again,
They
they lost
cheaper,
access.
though?
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They ain't cheaper.
So
I do think my tinfoil hat theory is that GW just doesn't want people to buy any more of the Beast Claw monsters. That's my I think they're going to make them less and less available, and their justification is, oh, no one's buying them anyway. Well, yeah, because you made the rules crap. Of course, no one's buying
Yeah.
them right now.
it's going to go to online only, and then they'll be out of stock.
Yeah.
Anonymous. All right, so let's
Yeah.
kind of go past these because that's fine. So we get to Red the Maw. Here's our other new character.
Woo!
And once again, everything on this I think looks great,
Yeah,
but the base
friggin'
looks
guy.
too big.
It's way too big. It's as big as a cog for it.
Put it on an oval. Put it on an
What is
oval
it
and
on?
squeeze.
Is it on a 160?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Put
It's
it on.
enormous.
Put it on an oval, one of the big ovals, like for your tanks or something for 40K, where you could have those acolytes on the side, but one towards the front, one towards the back, maybe both towards the front. I don't know, but this model
Or
looks.
Talia's base.
Yeah, it looks so cool, and then but when you see it from a full picture and you see that big, and maybe it's just that it
Is there a
looks
lot of
so
empty
empty.
space
There's
on it?
so much. Look, you got to look at when they show it on the GW preview or on not in the book, but when you go look at it online, when they've got other pictures of it, the overhead shot. That let's put it this way: there's that thing's in the back, the big cauldron. This guy's in the front pulling it. These guys are off on the sides. There's one guy on each side. See how wide that is? So all this space that's in front of them and behind them is just huge open space. It's like a plus sign in the middle of this circle, and those corners are just full of nothing.
And if I know anything about these foot people on these huge bases, that it's a liability.
Yep.
I was playing Slanesh Big Greater Demons. It is a pain in the butt to move those humongous bases around.
Yes. Now it does have a 5-up ward. 18 wounds with a 4-up save and a 5-up ward. His ladle, if he hits you with it, is potential 15 damage. His and a potential 16 damage from his all of his acolytes.
Okay.
His passive, while they are Sons of the Hungering One, Son of the Hungering One. So Red claims to have seen the Gulping God, and his manic fervor suggests he does not lie, a fact that inspires awe in other ogres. All right, so while they're wholly within 12 inches of him, non-Maw Seeker Ogor Mawtribes infantry have a 6-up ward. What is the non-Maw Seekers?
Yeah, it's like, how do you become a Maw Seeker?
It's a keyword. So gluttons. Gluttons are gut busters. Iron guts are gut busters.
Who are the Maw Seekers then?
They're going to be all the ones we're about to go over.
Oh, okay.
It's all this other stuff.
So everybody who's not them gets a 6-up ward. They probably have a ward. Friendly. Yeah. Oh, and friendly Maw Seekers get a 5-up ward.
That was my rhetorical question. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. All right. So for 1 CP in the hero phase, from the depths of the cauldron, Red's cauldron never seems to run dry, and the bloody broths he prepares invoke primal murder lust in other ogres. Pick a friendly non-hero ogre unit within 12. They can immediately use Eat 'em Alive as if it was the end of the turn and it were eligible to do so.
That's good.
20 out of 10.
So good.
Yeah.
That is one of the most point efficient command points you're going to see.
100%.
And he's got his own spell. Goes off on a 7, the maw opens. As Red guzzles down his own gory concoctions and babbles ranting invocations, other ogres nearby are overcome by a wave of insane blood hunger, unlike anything they've ever known. None endure it unchanged. Pick a friendly unit holier than 12. If it's not in combat, it can move D3 plus 3, but must end that movement no further from the nearest enemy unit that is visible to it. It cannot move into combat during any part of that move. If the target is in combat, do D3 mortals on each enemy unit in combat and heal D3 to the target. If it's a Maw Seeker unit, inflict 3 and heal 3.
Nice.
There's a
okay.
lot of words here.
Yeah, it's you got to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to move, and if you're in combat, you can do damage and heal. TLDR.
Sounds good. He is a wizard too, which is nice.
He is a wizard too.
Wizard 2 is nice. See, am I being greedy, or I would like this guy to be Wizard 2 Priest 1 or something. You could
But then you can't.
You could flop between the two. You know what I mean?
Sure. But he's
that would have been cool.
But I think lore-wise, this guy is obviously a butcher. He is butching. It's time to butch. So, he has not got no time for the prayer lores. He's straight butching.
I love Red. Well, I love his rules. I love and he's 400 points. Probably fine. Red keeps playing me hot and cold as far as is 400 worth it, and there are just certain turns where you're like, yeah, he is worth it. 400.
Are you trying to get this guy into combat? Are you trying to fight with him?
He's actually pretty fighty.
I bet he looks pretty fighty.
Yeah, he's really fighty, so he doesn't mind being in the middle of combat. He doesn't mind, even if you got someone who's got a big shooty army, you still got a 5 up board. The biggest feel bad you are going to have with Red, and it's happened to me once so far in my test games, is if you're going up against an army that has an efficient way to turn off your wards, it's gonna be very easy to be like, Red's not worth 400 points. No, he probably is. You just went up against an army that has a shut off ward ability, and that sucks. It sucks. It sucks to deal with it. But Red's great. Are
you finding his big humongo base to be a liability too?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, it's big. It's so
needs
big.
to be on an oval. I keep saying it. And the thing is, they're not going to change it.
Tough.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Maneuvering around terrain is a pain in the butt. But I can think of very few lists that aren't going to want to run Red. He's just the ability to just point and click your battle trait is so good.
Right. Yeah. And also what he does is you take him and you don't have to take butchers. You know what I mean? You don't have to waste points on these guys because he's got a built-in wizard too, which is by itself is worth 200 points.
Butcher's 170, so not too bad.
No, not terrible. Yeah, especially with what he does, which we'll see.
Yeah, and let's take a look. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean, Red. Again, still very early. Red might be 20 points too big. But maybe that's a big maybe, and I'm not gonna put 10 toes in the ground on that one. It's still very early. We all agree his base could have been a little smaller. But this is just his abilities are so useful.
Kind of reminds me of the Glutos kind of model in your army, or the Usharan model in your army. He's like, here he is.
Yep.
My huge centerpiece, and he's going to do all this cool stuff for me. What are you going to do about it? Yep. Right? I mean, you have to how am I going to deal with this dude?
All right, butchers and cleavers. Butchers are the hero. 8 health, 5 up save, 6 up ward. Cleavers, not heroes, 4 up health. How many models in a unit of cleavers?
3.
Okay.
The Maw Seekers are 3.
Right. Okay, so cleavers, 220 points for 3. So let's see what we got here. By the way, these models, can we look at the pictures again?
Yeah.
These guys, the excessive weight, what I'm looking at here? It's the armpit fat, that fold that kind of goes under your rib cage.
Sure, yeah.
It's just that these guys are so much bigger than the other ogres. And I mean, they're eating all the time and doing all this stuff, but they're just so much larger. Their heads look so much tinier. These models, when I first looked, I'm like, oof, ooh.
The double and the triple chins and the no chins.
Right.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. At first, my knee-jerk reaction was like, I don't think I like these.
Mm.
And then I kind of stared at them for a little bit, and I was like, you know what these look like? These look like male hags, right? And it's
Oh
feeding into
yeah.
that kind of like it's got a very like aesthetic of like witchcraft to it, you know, and
Yeah.
just that cultist like sense of when you look at them, like, oh sure. So I don't know if there's an equivalent to male hags in mythology, but that's what I always come to when I look at them.
Interesting.
So yeah, I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty cool. I'm not turned off by it.
Cool. Well, I'm not turned on by it either, but let's just say I do like it though. All right, so let's take a look at these guys. So the butcher, I mean, they got the basic stats once again: two rend, 3 damage for each of these guys. So they're actually very strong, but
Yeah.
they're elites too. For the butcher, he's got a once per turn per army in any movement phase. Trog guts. By wolfing down the thick guts of a Troggoth, the butcher can mystically imbue fellow ogres with greater resilience, or sometimes they just get indigestion. Pick a friendly unit wholly within 12. On a 3-up, they get a 6-up ward. If it's a Moss Seeker unit, they get a 5-up ward till your next turn. That's always good. And it's free. Like, you got to roll for it, but it's not there's no cost to it.
This army's already paying such a premium. I wish they had just given it to him. It's already
Right.
once per turn per army, so it's not like you can abuse it and say, "Oh, I've got 5 butchers, so I can give 5 things at 5-up." No, you can't.
You can do it to
Just
one
Literally,
unit.
just literally give me one unit of 6-up ward, please.
Exactly.
right? Yeah,
Exactly. I agree 100%. Once per battle per army, at the end of any turn, more meat for the pot. The more bloody ingredients a butcher tosses into the cauldron, the more arcane power seems to grow. Any damage points allocated to enemy units this turn by this unit's combat attacks, or by combat attacks made by a manifestation summoned by this unit, and that enemy unit has been destroyed, add 1 to this unit's power level for the rest of the battle.
Sure.
So if this guy kills anything, or his manifestations kill anything, at the end of any turn, he gets plus, so he becomes a wizard 2.
Yep.
That feels like something I would always forget to do.
You got to get him in there and have him. He has to destroy a unit. Now that's not
Yes.
easy, and he's only got
Or his manifestation.
his
Yeah.
manifestation. Yes,
I feel like if you get this guy in combat, you kind of messed up.
Probably.
unless you can get him after something that's already weakened.
I guess.
I mean,
He's not
yes,
meant
you're
to be
going.
in
It's
combat.
Yeah.
it's situational. You're going to have to make it work, but it's a cool ability if you can. Hey, it's nice work if you can get it. Honestly, what if you got just a crummy little infantry unit? I'm playing some hordy guys, right? I get them down a bit. I'm going to throw this guy into it. Just try to get it. Hey, listen, I'm going to try for Wizard 2. Because if you get Wizard 2, I mean, a whole free Wizard level, that's nothing to laugh at.
No,
Yeah,
it's
this is-
good. It's just, I don't know.
There's some manifestations out there. I mean, it could be your Crown Spine. It could be
Yeah.
the Jaws can do some
Yeah.
real damage.
Yup,
The
yup.
Purple Sun. So like, yeah.
And you also risk losing all your wizard if you just toss this guy in.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't
Yeah.
be stupid about it, but I mean,
Right.
yeah. All right, so let's look at the cleavers. These are the infantry Maw Seekers, or elite infantry. So they have arcane appetite. Okay. Any combat phase. The flesh of shamans and their cunning folk is a prized delicacy to the cleavers. Simply being in the presence of those who are mystically attuned, be they friend or foe, whets their palate for carnage, seeing them lay into the enemy with terrifying vigor. So they hate wizards. Got you.
And priests.
If a friendly enemy wizard or priest is within 6 inches, roll a die. On a 3-up, you either get crit 2 hits, or if you already have it, you get crit mortals. So this is seeing this in armies a lot. I'm going to give you crit 2 hits because that's the easy one. We don't want to go straight to crit mortals. But if I give you crit 2 hits, you can boost it to crit mortals, or if you already have it. I like that. Are these guys on your list? Either of these? I mean, a butcher, a cleaver?
Butcher, yes, because of the maw pit, which
Yeah.
we'll talk at the end. Cleavers, no. I actually don't like cleavers or gutseers. But that's not because I think they're bad. I just think they're probably not point efficient. But there are many people in the community that think I am dead wrong.
Can you stack? Can you stack this ability with 2 units? Should be able to.
It's not once per turn per army. So
Right,
like
right.
Any combat
Yeah.
phase. So your one cleaver could give them crit
So
2
you
hits.
have 2 units of cleavers within the same 6 inches of a priest, a wizard.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, reinforced cleavers, reinforced gutseers are actually pretty slappy.
Yeah.
I just think I think these guys are 220, 230.
Cleavers are
No,
220 for 3. And
yeah,
the
yeah.
Gutseers are 200 for 3.
Cleavers should probably go down to 200.
Well, speaking of
Um,
200, why don't we go look at the Gutseers then?
Sure.
We're getting close to done, and I'm not trying to rush us, but it is getting.
No, I get it.
We want to take a look
it's a
at
lot
these
of-
guys. I like the Gutseers too. They got the little hoods on. They're like,
Oh, we have to. They're brand new. Let's go.
Let's look at this. What is he carrying? Is that?
It's like a body.
But then it looks like it's wearing a gut plate.
Yeah, it is.
A tiny body with a gut plate. What the heck is that?
I don't know.
Right.
He put like a little token on his little guy that he.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm not sure what. Maybe it's a sacrifice to the gulping god.
Or it could be a little hoodoo thing, like he's waving around his little thing.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Like he's it's really weird. It's cool, but I don't know what it is. That's very interesting. Well, let's take a look. Let's see what it says up here. Wait. Let's look at their little lore thing here. Gutseers are among the most unnerving acolytes of the Moss Seeker cult, for they think they have perceived the infinite ravenous truth of the great god of ogre kind. Their belching chants disrupt the ether, while their bodies, bloated by the strange and vile ingredients they digest, can channel the gastromantic powers of ogre shamans. Nothing. Okay, let's look at what they do then. Arcane contortions. While not shamans themselves, their practices of the Gutseers twist the flow of magic around them. -1 from casting rolls and chanting rolls for enemy units within 12. +1 to casting rolls for Moss Seeker wizards within 12. That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then once per turn per army, any hero phase, conduits of gut magic. Their faith and grisly acts of divination make them conduits of the gastromantic magics of the butchers, who can channel their power through these disciples. Oh, so you can use them to measure the range and visibility of the next spell used by a friendly wizard within 12 inches. All right. That's good too.
Yeah.
I can see why there's maybe not points for it, but if you really want to back up your wizard.
Well, you stand them next to red and just let them get in +1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, that is the most efficient way to use them. But the problem is, like, again, if you were to bring reinforced cleavers, reinforced gutseers, and red, you're already at 1,400 points for only
That's
3
nuts.
units.
That's bananas.
Man. Yeah.
Like it's or maybe 1,300. Yeah, it's crazy.
That is bananas.
The army gets expensive real fast.
I just put just a unit of 3 just next to red just to buff him.
So they haven't gotten rid of Gorgers, which they got rid of Yetis. I'm glad they kept Gorgers. Not for any reason other than I love the lore behind these guys. They are the strange gatherings of ogres afflicted with the empty belly curse. Wild-eyed and starving, they launch themselves at their prey using huge clubs or their bare hands to pulverize those unfortunate enough to be their next unsatisfying meal. So I know the lore behind this, even though I don't have it with me. These guys, no matter how much they eat, they don't look at them. Everything just goes away. They just they have no bellies, no anything. They're always starving, no matter how much they eat. It's constantly digested, burned through, and gone. So
you've never been to Fogo de Chao with me? I see.
I've been to Fogo de Chao. Can't go anymore. But man, I used to. Yeah. I was a pro there. They lost money on me, I guarantee you. Unbelievable. All right, let's look at this.
What are these pros?
Gorger Malbec.
They scout, right? They scout.
Yeah, they're 100% unchanged from the last book.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. They're worth testing. They're probably Gorger Malbec, I think, are 240.
5 for 240. So you're getting 25 health, but it's a 6-up, 6-up.
Yes, but I actually think if they were maybe 20 points cheaper, they'd probably be really good babysitters for red.
5 of them too.
If you think red needs a babysitter, because giving these guys a 5-up board and just letting them go do their thing, it's probably pretty good.
You cool with me using my Yetis for these guys?
if the base fits, these guys are like, I think these guys are on 50s.
I think they are.
I think the Yetis are on 50s too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. They're skinny too. That works.
Right.
Their special rule is basically you can do these guys off on the edges too.
Right.
Yep, sure can.
Within 9 inches of more than, and for every unit that you take of these guys.
Yeah, I've actually always thought Gorger Malpack was a good unit. They're just slightly point inefficient, but only slightly.
And they die easy.
Yeah, but well, they didn't have
But
access
that's
to a 5
because
up
they
board,
hungry.
before. Yeah, now they have
Yeah.
access to a 5 up board, which they didn't before.
Well, they have the 6 up, yeah. So getting the 5 up is nice too. But they hungry.
Interesting.
That's why they so weak. They hungry.
I heard his mop it.
All right, the mop.
Mop
Hey,
it.
all right,
I
so
love the mop it.
12 up save or 12 up, 12 health, 4 up, 6 up,
Has a weapon profile now.
2d6 attacks.
Yep.
4s by 2s, 1 rend, 1 damage, crit mortals. So it will attack you if you come after it, which makes 100% sense in my
Right?
mind.
And it's got teeth,
Oh,
for
yeah.
God's sake.
Yeah, it's literally, this is the, I mean, I say the manifestation, but this magic, there was a belief, and this goes back to that, when you talk about 6th edition, if you read the old lore, some wizard pulled like an asteroid out of space and like launched it at the ogres because they were just trashing this place. And apparently where this thing landed, there was this huge open pit, and suddenly it looks more like this, and the ogres, like there was a hunger from it. There was this big open maw, this open mouth that needed to be fed, and this became like their religion. And I know I know I'm doing a terrible injustice to the actual lore, but that was the lore back then. And it's like, well, there was and it was very Lovecraftian in my opinion. It was like there's this giant mouth in the hole here. Whatever they brought down from space is now there, and they think it's just a giant mouth waiting to devour everything. So I'm like that this thing gets to attack. In the hero phase, you feed the maw. What is that? Put a butcher on it.
Or a butcher.
Yep.
Yeah.
In your movement phase, step away from the maw.
Aha.
Take your butcher off it. You can't go
Yeah.
off the same turn you came on. There you go.
Before you read Hungry Sinkhole, have you read this yet?
I have not.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I'm gonna give you, if it's all right with you,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you the because not only is the wording on this currently not actually legal, it doesn't make any sense, and it's a lot of words for what should be a very simplistic explanation.
All right, so give me the TLDR.
At the end of each turn, so yours and your opponent's, you right away you start with the maw pit itself. The maw pit itself is what's called a sinkhole. Then you pick a terrain feature within 12 of the maw pit. It's also now a sinkhole. And then you roll for every sinkhole on the battlefield, and they take dirty D3 mortal wounds.
Oh,
Then,
the dirty D3. That's the D3 on a 2+, right? D3
Yeah.
2+ mortals.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
Dirty
and
D3.
it's-
Okay.
Yeah, you ever heard that phrase before? Oh, yeah.
I think I have. I was always just calling it
it's
D3
the-
2+ mortals.
it's
Yeah.
the colloquial term in the
Yes. The
in
dirty
the
D3.
yeah, the dirty D3.
Gotcha.
Now, at the start of each battle round, the range of which you can pick terrain features goes up by 3 inches, unless you have a butcher in there. Then it goes up by 6 inches.
So round 2, it's if you got a butcher on there. Battle round 2, it's within 18 inches, and then 24 inches, and then wow.
And each turn, you can just keep picking new terrain features that are within the range that aren't a sinkhole. You make them a sinkhole, and then every enemy unit within 3 inches, you roll the dice.
So
and it's everything.
so
that
when you and
count
I
as a
play,
sinkhole.
and I'm playing my Sylvaneth,
Yeah.
we got a bunch of overgrown sinkholes because I'm going to
Yes.
overgrowth it, but then there's going to be a sinkhole in the overgrowth.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Yeah.
How
it's
stupid.
It's every terrain feature, and it's every enemy within a terrain feature.
End of
Then
every turn.
And it's end of every turn.
So-
People have been saying they don't like this. I think this is gonna get crazy.
At the
think
end
how
of the
you cannot
first
like
battle, at the end of the first battle round, there's three features because there's this one, right? Doesn't this one
Yeah,
count
yep.
as this, or does this
Yes,
not?
yep,
yes.
yep. It does. You always start with the Muppet.
So that the end of the first battle round, when you do, you'll have 3. At the end of the next turn,
Yep.
4, 5. By the end of turn 5, if you're playing the 5th battle round, at the end of the game, you got 10 of these you're rolling for.
Well,
Probably
they have to be
Question.
within 18 inches of the maw pit, right?
only on turn 2, but then on turn 3 we're at 24. Then on
Yeah.
turn 4 we're at 30.
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
know, and so by turn 4 you've probably got the entire battlefield.
Right.
If you placed it intelligently.
Right.
Now, sinkhole. So it can't happen more than once. That's the only thing it can't do. It's only going to affect a unit once, even if you're within multiples.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, good, because that would get a little silly.
that's not even that's just the rule of one anyway. So
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
never be affected by two things in the same.
Right.
So
All right. Well, that's cool. That's everything. Now,
Yeah.
I know it's getting late. Did you guys have time? Did anyone want to talk about the armies of renown? Or if not the armies of renown, did we want to talk scrolling all the way down to that the regiments of renown? Because I think the regiments of renown are pretty cool. We could talk about the armies of renown at another time, but the regiments of renown.
it's entirely up to you guys. I'll I haven't really gone through them yet.
Yeah.
Let's look at them real quick then. 'Cause let's do this and then we can wrap it up because it has been long. We've been going on now. Well, how long has this show been on?
So just
Wow.
We're about to hit 3 hours.
yeah. So
Yeah.
just the regiments.
Yeah, let's just do the regiments
Okay.
of renown.
Sure,
So-
sure, that's fair.
Find 'em here.
Page
The army,
31,
they
Chris.
have a
Keep scrolling.
Weakness Mawtribe,
Keep going.
and they got a Beast Claw.
Yep,
one,
and they're cool.
they
I
got-
just don't, and
Yep.
here's the thing. I would like to talk about them maybe before we do the lore episode because they are
Sure.
they're very. I don't know that they're good. They might be, but they are super flavorful, and I do enjoy these armies of renown because of the flavor. But let's look at this. So the Torbad is okay. This regiment of renown. How much is this? This is $490. And you get a Husgard on a Stonehorn, and you get a Thunder Tusk Beast Rider. So you got one hero, one dude. They can go into any other destruction army, so it'll give you some nice punch if you need it. In your hero phase, they do have the prayer from the Husgard, and on a 4-up until the start of your next turn, add 3 to the run rolls. For pick up to 3 visible friendly units wholly within 12.
Yeah.
Add 1 to the roll if the Beast Raider is near him. So +3 to run. You can run and charge, or no, you can charge even if you retreated, and every time, so you can retreat and charge, and you get 3 to your run rolls.
Mhm.
So that's not bad, especially because you could do it to 3 units. Adding 3 to your run
Sorry.
rolls in the beginning is nice, you know?
I think I would have preferred it to be a Husgard on Stonehorn and Stonehorn Beast Riders. But
Yes.
that's just me.
They would seem to go together better. Now they're just giving you one of each flavor. Their
Yeah.
passive is Klingon Tight. Each time the Beast Raider unit uses the Plow, the Ice Path ability, you can pick a friendly infantry unit that has not been reinforced, that's wholly within 6 inches, and that has not been set up this turn to be the target instead of a friendly Ogor Mawtribes. Okay, so basically you can use their ability on the unit that you're going, the army you're with.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. This one's okay if you want to bring in your just something big and punchy because you don't have something big and punchy. The Mauler Guts one. This thing can go for everybody. Almost. It's going for cities, Flesh Eater Courts, Fire Slayers, Gits, Hellsmiths, anyone who's not Chaos. Actually, that's not true because it goes with Skaven, Slaves of Darkness. This just goes with a lot of people. And you got your Tyrant on a Glut Horn and your Maul Beast Cav. Once per battle per army, pick each unit in this regiment. This is their deployment. So you could you can set them up on the sides again.
Yeah. How many points is this unit? Is this?
I think it's cheaper than the actual points. This is 600.
Whew.
It's 600 for the Mauler Beast Cav and the Tyrant on Glut Horn, and I think that maybe these aren't that worth it. But
It's a 80-point discount.
oh, it is an 80-point discount. Okay, well, so it's priced at probably closer to what it should be costed.
Probably, actually.
I just like that you can take this. I mean, these are like man eaters practically. They're for pay, right? They're out there with anybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I could actually see this in play. I mean, having a unit that can just turn off charge abilities, come in from the side and do some stuff is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that. I mean, I suppose
Yeah.
we have time to go over. You know what? Do you guys want to? I don't know. Do you want to go over the armies around? Did you look at the armies around, Carlos, at all?
I actually have not gotten a chance.
Then
to
let's
look at
skip
the
it
armies for now.
because that's a lot. So here's what we're going to. Chris, why don't you stop sharing your screen since we got all that donezo? All right, and I just have to go here. Boop. There we go. Hey, it's us. All right, fantastic. So that is the book, and that's no lore. That's just the book. I think this is going to be really good. Like I really like what I'm seeing, and I'm hearing nothing but good stuff. Like except for the fact that they cost too much. But
Yeah.
I guess once we start seeing in the tournaments where their percentages, that's going to determine. Seeing how they do in tournaments is going to determine where their points go. When we know that. So.
100%, yeah. Yep.
But is there anything else that you want to say about this army? Anything we want to talk about before we wrap up? Because I'm super excited about this. I can't wait to get my hands on the box set. I'm kind of sad that they cut a lot of the cool units and that they brought back big new monsters and it wasn't a Rhinox. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
but other than that, I'm pretty keen on this army.
I mean, I guess they dropped a couple things. I wish they'd kept like Noblars. They don't really have any of that anymore.
I wonder if all that's going to Old World.
But still a couple Noblars in here. I mean, the scrap launcher's got Noblars on it.
I mean, they exist, but now you can't take them as a
Noblars
unit.
with them. Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're obviously still in the lower in the universe, but they're not represented by any units, which is.
And the thing is, it's something you want because you especially this army with the cost of this. I need a couple of things to run out, grab things, do some stuff.
All right.
So yeah.
I love the direction that the book is heading in. I think with some point adjustments, it's going to be very competitive. I have not lost hope in the Everwinter. I'm actually really excited to see what they do. It's, it could just be copium, but I think it's pretty clear that Everwinter will get some new stuff updated in the next book. So don't go burning your Beastclaw Raider models. Save them.
Yeah, I thought Iron Guts losing musician and standard was weird, but okay, sure.
So they don't have a Bellower and they don't have whatever.
I mean, I don't know why. Are they a dual kit with Gluttons?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Are they their own kit? That's why.
I'm going to assume
been.
they are, but yeah, it would be it would be really awkward to have a dual kit where MSU is 5 and 3 for each one. So
there's no way because it's a 5-man unit and a 3-man unit.
Right.
Yeah, so I doubt.
Because new models, new packaging. They're not going to be 6 in a box anymore. Yeah.
Well, they weren't a dual kit before either. I don't think
they were.
No, they definitely were not. Yeah.
Right.
They used to be 4. MSU used to be 4 for them.
That's right. They're units of 4, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
Because you packs of 8. So now that's weird. I think I have 8. Which is kind of messed me up. I guess I'll have 2. Well, that's why, because I have a musician and a standard for that unit. Now I don't need them anymore. My old Iron Guts.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, I think anything negative that could be said about this book can just be answered with a simple, just have patience. It's gonna get there. It's gonna get there.
And
it's gonna course correct.
Yeah.
Right.
The only other ogre stuff that I have is I have the one spearhead. I think because I don't have the one with all the Noblars because I just didn't have them anymore. But I do have the tyrants, the tyrant spearhead that they first came out with. I kept that because we play it in spearhead. But I am looking forward to this new box. I can't wait to put it together. I am just so stoked for this. I really am. And it's pretty exciting. Let's wrap up, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. So I do want to thank everyone again, because folks, I do want to thank our sponsors. That includes Chaos Orc Superstore, 6 Squared Studios, and Grognards. Also, our newest affiliate, Element Games, elementgames.co.uk. And once again, if you're going to go there and buy something, then use the link in the show notes or in the thing in the YouTube notes, the stuff. I don't know what you call it. I'm still new to this. But yeah, it's very cool. In
the description.
Yeah, in the description. Thank you. That's what it is, not show notes. Thanks
I'm
again.
I'm going to try the horn. So.
Well, we'll see if it works. Oh, you'll get to see our high-tech stuff with this, too. Man, we got to figure something out. We are terrible.
I'll turn my camera off.
Let's thank the Patreon patrons. That includes our executive producers Kyle Leaf and Ricky Sean, our associate producer Big Jake. Seriously, thank you everybody who's helping out this show, and I hope give it a like and subscribe to this on the YouTubes and Garage Hammer TV. We would really appreciate it. It really helps us out if you like and subscribe, like everybody else. Like our videos, please like our videos. Until then, okay. So, Carlos, thank you again. Thank you so much for coming on.
Brother.
Really
It was an
appreciate you.
honor.
We will definitely have you back on, especially when we're going to be talking about different things later. Maybe you'll be, hey, who knows? Maybe if you're free, you'll do the Christmas episode. We always have fun doing the Christmas episode.
Ooh, interesting. I'd like to hear more about that later.
All right. Let's see. Okay, that's it then. So I guess, Chris, you ready?
Yeah, man.
I like how he turns his camera off so they can't see him holding the phone up to the microphone like I just had to do. Oh, I did. Oh, no, I probably edited all that out because it didn't even work. I couldn't make the phone call work. All right. All right, folks, until next time, only the faithful will be triumphant. Only the faithful will stand when all others fall, and only the faithful will know no despair except in failure.
Or Sigmar.
Did you hear that, Carlos?
I did. Actually, it worked perfectly.
It worked!
Hey, I figured something out.
But I couldn't get mine to work. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the voicemails. Sorry to the international caller who called. We will make sure that happens on the next episode. If I have to record it separate and play it, I'll figure it out. Listen,
It's incredibly easy to.
I'm
Just
certain
turn
it
it
is. I just wasn't ready. Look,
Okay.
man. Once again, I'm an old man. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is I'm here. I'm doing this. I'm having a good time. Carlos, talk to you soon. Chris, talk to you soon. Folks.
All right.
Please, like I said, like and subscribe. Join us on the Patreon and join our Discord. It's a pretty fun place. So all of that is in the description, the Discord, the Patreon, all of the sponsors. Please go check them out. And we will see you with episode 394 in a week or two.
Yep. See ya.
Nice.
See you guys. Bye.